Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show.
Live from the Xfinity studio. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Play it. Play it. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it, Jules? Play the song. Play it. Do you got the hands? Everybody.
Philadelphia.
76ers. Stop your feet.
Everybody.
For Philadelphia.
76ers.
Oh, wow. Listen, can I,
Clap your hands.
before we turn our attention to tonight, and those motherfathers killed us again. Again, we got Flyers and Sixers head-to-head. I freaking hate it. Hate it. Let me just enjoy vanquishing the Celtics, all right? Let's just enjoy that for a moment. That they came back from a 3-1 deficit to win that series. I'm at a loss for words. Last night, Saturday night, I was emotional. I couldn't believe it. I'm stunned. They lost 2 games by 32 points in that series. I don't care. Tatum didn't play in Game 7, whatever. All right? The fact that they beat Boston, I just hate Boston. And the fact that they beat them, that's all that mattered. The fact that they beat them, and Joel was singing and dancing at his press conference, basically, was awesome. That's it. There it is. Everybody.
Philadelphia. 76ers. Was this Tommy?
Yeah. My man, bringing it down. I love it. I love the key. He's smashing those keys.
Yeah, he is.
Smashing them. On the run, stand up and cheer. Philadelphia. I used to, what a loser that I was as a kid, like a 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Is I would play that song on my record player.
Oh, nice.
In my room.
Fisher Price record player.
All right.
Yes.
And with the Nerf basketball net.
Oh, yeah.
Like do the layup line.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, yeah. Warm up.
Yeah. I would play a whole game. There's Doc laying a finger roll.
Sure.
Right? There it is, Sixers. And I would keep stats. 102-96, Sixers over Bird and Celtics.
Sure. Time running out, a little fade away.
Right. Yes. You miss, you go, well, time. Oh, no, there's another 30 seconds on the clock.
Rims off, foul.
Yeah. Goes to the line.
Yeah.
Stick 2. Yeah. All right. Stay one, man. I feel great. Like, I feel great about it,
Dude,
BJ.
I did not realize how I would feel. Like, I was tearing up. I'm getting chills right now.
Yeah.
I feel 15 pounds lighter as a Sixers fan. It's the greatest memory in 25 years. I know it's the first round, but there's just something about beating this team, this group, getting past the Celtics.
Yeah, it's
just like,
definitely
oh
the
my
best
God, I
since
feel.
step over.
Yeah.
It's the best since the step over. I agree.
Yeah.
It's the best
just
step
unbelievable the way they win in 3 games in Boston.
Yeah.
My God.
I agree.
The way it happened.
I agree. It's the best since the step over. It
Yeah.
is. There was a couple great moments during, what's a fun one, underrated, was the Euro run where they went, but of course that ended against the Celtics.
Yeah.
But no, I
just feels like, my
I
God.
agree. No, in fact, you slayed them. Now,
They're whining.
I know.
I thought the refs were terrible.
Dude, can I just say
against
one thing?
us? Yeah.
There was a moment Saturday night during the fourth quarter They had 7 points. And it was like 6 and change to go. And Boston's making a run.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there's no way. If they lose this game, I'm completely done with them. Like, I was at the point where I will actively be done with them.
Like, just shred the flesh off your shoulder and remove the tattoo.
Oh, well, that was going to be, I was going to make the appointment to get rid of the tattoo.
Yeah.
I got to do it anyway, but I was, seriously, there was a point, and then as the game's going, and they're within striking distance.
Dude, 3:49 left. It's a 1-point game. They're up 18.
Dude, they had open looks, 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wide open looks from 3.
Yes, they did.
I mean.
Love it.
And you know what's amazing is their white boys couldn't like Shireman they couldn't hit their threes.
Dude, and panic move by Missoula with the 3 starters. 3 starters with 0 points.
Dude, I don't understand that. Total. We're going to go Harper Jr. Like,
What's Garza going to do?
I know. He didn't play Vucevic at all. I was shocked.
Dude,
not
total
that he could guard Joe, but listen. So here's who I want to thank. All right? At all of them. Because in the end, Nick Nurse did a good job, but could have choked. Right?
Yes.
Paul George played well, but
not as great game. But he had some good shots, but not as great game.
No. Joe was valiant, but
Joe was awesome.
It was valiant, but the guy who did it was Tyrese.
Yeah, he closed it out.
The kid, like, let me tell you.
Embiid was gas.
Maximus. He closed it out. He embodied the strangler. He embodied Tony. He was unbelievable. The kid is the greatest. The greatest kid. This great, plays with joy, nice kid. One of the greatest athletes ever. Like, if you combine just being a great dude, sweetheart of a guy, and
awesome
talent, and coming up big, at Maxey. Maximus.
100% with you. Embiid was gassed at the end, and they all spread out the 3-point line. It was Maxey's game for the last 3 minutes. He did not disappoint.
He did not. He didn't disappoint.
No. There's so much going on in that game. I mean, look at his face. He should be a bigger national like sponsor person too. Like he's like whatever that Q rating is or whatever.
Yes. How could you not love him?
Right.
How could you not love him? He's unbelievable.
And it's we're getting a little Maxey Jr. because they're a very likable combo, these two together.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I mean, VJ.
Let me get you out because he had his moment. You find out afterwards where he utters, "I got white." Halftime. He's 20 years old. He's in Boston. He's in a game 7. He's like, I got white. Dude put up, 3 points in the second half? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kid balled out. Balled out, man. Kid balled out.
Just such a great game, man. But I was like, I'm with you. I was afraid to text anything that even assumed they were winning. Like, I was nervous about I felt like, in the dugout watching a no-hitter or a perfect game. I was afraid to say anything.
I know. I mean, listen, thank God, because I could not have dealt with a loss. Like, if they would have lost that, that would have been it. Like, that would have put me. I've never felt this way. Where, let me tell you something. I was convinced, right? I'm like, they have to win now. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't,
you got to blow it all up.
I blow up. I'll never discuss. I'll never like them. Like, I'll completely
go get an OKC jersey.
Yeah, like I'll be out. I no 3 for 4 comes 3 for 4. I mean, I felt like that. Like, I was at my breaking point.
Oh.
Like, you can't take me to this point and lose.
Yes. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Then you're dead to me.
Mm-mm.
Thank God for Tyrese Maxey. Thank God.
Anyway,
I don't want to look at the Knicks series as any other thing other because they still need to win. Like we still need to get out of the second round.
I'm with you. I'm going to celebrate for give us 20 minutes to celebrate this.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Embiid Maxey, 84 minutes, 64 points, 23 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 turnovers. Really a clean, nice game. And Embiid, it felt like he's different. It felt like the first game, I don't want to say alpha, but an aggressor, like a finisher. Like he wanted this one. And it felt like the first game where in a pressure cooker, he manned up and was like, yo, we are not losing. I know he was gassed at the end, but I thought he played a great game, man. He started out hitting the mid-range jumpers. Then they're doubling up. I
thought he played really well.
Yeah.
I mean, that fourth quarter was a little,
he got his leg rolled up on a little bit,
Well, that scared me. Like when Maxey kind of gets pushed into Embiid's knee in a hyper. I'm like, oh, no. And he's limping around. I'm like, oh, God, no. What are you kidding me? Oh, nobody scares me. Like watching him is the scariest.
Yeah.
Who I used to feel that way about. Was it B. West?
Well, it got to the point with me with Lindros towards the end. You're like, oh my God, any hit, and he was done. His head concussion.
Like guys, you can't lose. Like you.
But yeah, anytime he jumps, I'm just like, oh, please land safely.
I know. I mean, like you never know when something pops, whatever, man. Crackle pop, snap, crackle pop. No.
Okay, you got Jaylen Brown on Twitch complaining about the referees giving it to the Sixers because he's been critical of refs this season. He's complaining about. It's like, come on, dude. They were trying. There was a stretch where the refs were trying to keep the Celtics in the game. They were calling fouls. The one rimmed out. No whistle. Rims out. Then the whistle goes. I had a text. I was like, these refs are ridiculous at this point. And for Jaylen Brown to be complaining about the refs, I was astonished by that. He's called a.
I mean, I'll be honest
with you. A flopper, and someone put together an entire minute reel of Jaylen Brown flopping.
I don't know what to say. I mean,
You thought the refs were down the line, down the middle?
I thought they were fine. I mean, I wasn't worried about the refs. I mean, I really wasn't worried about the refs. Listen. I mean, I just thank God they were able to win.
Yeah.
I just thank God they were able to win.
Like I said, it was an emotional time. The bar, as at the New Wave, was crazy. You would have thought they were going to the finals. It was such a jubilant night. The game was great. We had a loud crowd. We had 5 people, Celtics fans. They were loud. The whole bar was chanting at them. It's a huge night, a huge win for the city. I didn't realize the weight that this Boston thing carried with Sixers fans. But I was aware of it.
You felt it.
I was aware of it.
You felt it.
Once they won, you're like, holy hell.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, here we got the crowd chanting "Bleep you, Boston" to the Boston fans. This is our first round playoff game.
You Boston! You Boston!
It's a first round game, dude. Nuts. The city's crazy.
I got to tell you, being held hostage by them.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Think about it.
That's exactly what it felt like.
If you were, I don't know what's worse, right? If you were our age that remembers 1982, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're younger and all you know is just getting beat by him every year.
I think
for us it's long.
It's long, but we saw a win. The younger kids have never seen a championship.
Yeah, but dude, we saw one win.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
no, it was one win, and they tortured us.
Yes.
Even the year before they tortured us. They tortured us forever. All right.
Yes.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to just go easy and say today's worse. The point is that all of us together, you said it, they held us hostage. I mean, like we're talking about that city, man. I love it. So Nick from Collegeville, our buddy Nicky, said I was listening to EEI all morning.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. And he goes, all they were doing, they were having a meltdown.
I love it.
Because of the loss of the Celtics and the Bruins.
Oh.
Both out.
Oh, man.
Love it.
feel bad for those.
You remember, I used to have a caller, man. I wish I had his number.
I know who you're going to say. He's the guy whose family was from Boston.
Boston hater Matt.
Yeah, he was the best.
This dude, I don't know whatever happened to his number.
He was the best. His Boston friend.
I got to hear. I don't know what happened. He was a teacher.
Yeah.
And he married a woman from Boston.
Yeah.
And he used to have to go up to Boston every, for the holidays. And his father-in-law was like a sports guy, right? Like a real sports guy. So like the father-in-law, Red Sox, Celtics, Patriots, Bruins, right? Like he was one of these dudes.
Yeah.
And my God, his
rants were epic.
And he would go off because they would send him his kids. Like
they
would
send
try
him
to
jerseys, right?
Jerseys, the Bird jersey and a Red Sox cap.
What do we call that? An APB, an all points bulletin? Someone finds us
Boston hater Matt. Oh, he was the best. He would go on those rants. Oh, scumbag. He was the greatest. Oh, I freaking love it. Oh, it was awesome. Listen, I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the way. And look, game one was pretty ugly against Carolina. But this spring is already a rousing success because we vanquished the Penguins and the Celtics. Throw in the Knicks, all right?
Wow.
And guess what?
This could be a revenge tour. Knicks and Harden, maybe.
I thought of that.
Nice,
I know. I thought of that.
Yeah.
And McCain.
Yeah. No, that one's going to.
That'll bite us the other way.
Yeah,
that's
McCain. We're done again.
McCain's revenge.
Yes.
Jared will hit Jared's going to score 20 a game.
That's where it is.
Yeah. No, but all kidding aside, the fact that you beat Pittsburgh and Boston first round of the spring, I mean that's pretty damn good.
Down 3-1 to Boston. That's insane. Insane. Like I still can't even believe it happened. And the NBA did us know we should have had an extra day to just live this and be with it for a little bit. Give us a Tuesday series. They know Embiid's a little bang. He needs a little time. We're getting no help from the schedulers.
No.
They should have played tomorrow. Give us Flyers tonight, Sixers and Knicks tomorrow.
How in the world do you have to play tonight?
I don't
This NBA, I freaking hate these leagues. All right? I do. I hate these leagues. You give him all this time in the first round, right?
Yeah.
All this time. Days go by. They play twice a week in the first round. And then when it actually gets good, they speed it up.
Mm-hmm.
The Sixers just got done a Game 7 in Boston Saturday night into Sunday morning, and you're playing Monday? I mean, they did the same thing to the Flyers.
Yeah.
Like, that was not right. They screwed the Flyers.
They needed another thing, too, yeah.
They're screwing the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got to go play. And can I tell you, I hate this. I freaking hate when they're like, I hated Saturday night. I love the fact that the Sixers won, but I hated the experience.
Oh, it's terrible.
It was a lousy experience.
Yeah, you couldn't lock in on anything.
Listen, I love Xfinity, and I had the multi-view, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for that. But it's hard. I'm one that I like to concentrate. I mean, I'm not even a big, I'll chime in here and there with a text, but I really just like to watch the game.
Yeah.
I like to soak it in, process it, see, I like to just sit and watch and process. And having to, I'm constantly checking the other score.
Yeah.
Right? And then obviously, the way the Flyers started, I mean, I didn't watch a lot of it because it was, they
were just overwhelmed.
You're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Every time we went back, we had that one break at halftime, and luckily the Flyers are still going on, but they were just getting,
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina's forecheck was ridiculous. So then I'm watching, I'm trying to go back and forth. Then after the game, I was kind of because both of them were done early, I went back and rewatched a little bit of the Flyers part I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because I got back was probably second period, an early third.
Okay.
And then I went back and watched just to see if I could see something.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just overwhelmed.
Yeah. They're not ready for the speed, the forecheck. I think they'll be better tonight. They'll be better prepared tonight.
Well, you know, it's not fair. Like, I mean, I'm not crying, and not to say that they would have beat Carolina because Carolina is clearly a much better team. But, like, give them another day. Jeez.
Yeah. And it wasn't fair because, like, before the game started, we featured, I got a friend, school teacher, Hannah. She's part of the boys at the bar. She's a huge Flyers fan, and she got a good crew. But they were rolling. They did a shot, like, we're heading out, and I was like, why? They're like, because we know the volume for the Sixers will be on, and we'd rather have the volume of the Flyers on. So they're splitting out crowds on us.
Yeah, it's
just
terrible.
not the way to do it at all.
No, it's not. It's not. And I don't know. Like, I had them both, like, by the way, you know, and I hate the ABC team. Like the ABC play-by-play. I like the TNT.
Yeah. I'm with you
I
there.
miss Boosh. Boosh is not doing the series at all.
At all?
No.
At least, do they broadcast it locally or no?
Ferraro's all right. What's that?
Do they broadcast it locally
No,
still?
second rounds, they're
Second
done.
round's not done? Damn.
Yeah, Ferraro is decent. I don't like the play-by-play guy at all. Like, that impacts me.
Yeah.
You know. Like, it bothers me. Like,
I'm sensing this from you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. All right, we got lots to get to. So, Kyle Neubeck will join us. So, pumped up to talk to Kyle. Then the Brain. Then Charlie O. Then we got my buddy Frank Isola from New York NBA Radio.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah,
He's on ESPN a bunch, PTI.
Yeah. And then 11:15, Jimmy Lynam. All right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at.
See how the Brain's a big day. We exercised the demon out of Brain on Friday, and we exercised the Celtics. A big exorcism weekend. Remember Brain's talking?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. I like the Sixers.
Yeah.
So it's a good exorcism weekend.
Yes. All right, let's talk about some of our friends. BetPark Sportsbook Online Casino app. I saw the Knicks are a 270 favorite. What? For the series?
Series?
Yes. Now, I don't know what it's on the app. I got one of these emails that talks about, these are all the
See, Bet
series
Park,
odds. I saw 270. I'm like,
minus 278.
278?
Yeah.
Get the hell. Sixers are live.
Yeah, they
How
are.
about that game one?
7.5.
What? Take the Sixers. 7.5? No way. They got it wrong, dude. Sixers are live, especially in game one.
I think they're trying to steal a bunch of New York money.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take the Sixers in that one.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the Flyers? Where are the Flyers tonight? My man Vinny P says, take the Flyers. They're going to win.
They're plus 220 tonight.
All right. On the app, BetPark Sportsbook Online Casino app. Check it out, betparks.com. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. You're a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Got to be 21. Check out all the goodies on the BetPark Sportsbook Online Casino app. Now let's talk Xfinity and the 5-year. Thank God for the multi-view. Oh, thank God. It's the greatest. The multi-view is exactly what we needed, and thank God I got it tonight, all right? You got to check it out. Just say multi-view into your Xfinity remote. That's what I did. And thank God, as much as it upset me, I at least had the games on air. And then I went back and concentrated. And then if you want to go full screen, you just hit full screen, right? Because I did that. You could take out whatever sounds you want. It is the greatest. You got to check out Xfinity. Learn more, Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply. Now, joining us on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, doing great work.
Oh, their post-game shows so
doing great work. Kyle Neubeck.
He's from Hatball, he's from Horseshoe, he's from Hatball, Horseshoe. Westchester in the house. Cal Neubeck. Cal Neubeck.
Kyle Neubeck. Kyle Neubeck. Dude.
Come on, man.
Dude.
Every time that kills me.
It's the best. It's the best. Only thing better is your coverage. You guys killed it. What a night. Oh, thank God. What a night. Listen, you were great. When last time we had you on last week, you were really good. I was I had a bad attitude, Kyle. Bad attitude. And Saturday night made me feel so, long time being somebody's B. You know what I'm saying?
And Anthony, part of the reason that I was bringing some sunshine to you is I could sense from Joel the feeling of like, I think we got a chance against these guys. Like, I think we can beat these guys, knowing that his ability to beat that matchup, their ability to make plays around him, right? Because they did win. Joel played, 38 regular season games, and they still won 45 games as a team. And so he saw Tyrese and VJ, to a lesser extent Paul, that when he's off the floor, they're able to make plays. And he talked about it in the aftermath of Game 7, like the trust level is there with these guys. And so, that helps for sure. And I got to be honest, Anthony, got to give credit to Nick Nurse, because I thought he did a great job back half of that series, making the adjustments to the point that Missoula was in like full panic mode by the end of the series.
You're right. You're right.
I know he's down Tatum, and like obviously you got to try some new things, but he was at throw stuff at the wall.
I mean, you're going to go start Harper Jr. and Garza?
Yeah,
what?
Garza, at least I think I understand what they were trying to do there.
With that, but Harper Jr.?
Yeah, and then look, you're in a tight game in crunch time in the fourth quarter, and as the Celtics are throwing some different looks at you, they're trying to play zone, they're using Keita as a roamer. I thought the Sixers identified all the different changes pretty quickly and got into their counters, and that was a team that looked prepared for this stuff. That's not something that just hey, we see this on the floor and it happens. That's some stuff that in the film room, on the practice floor, walkthroughs, you're going through all these potential, permutations. And so Nurse and the staff did a really good job of preparing these guys. And they're not the most important reason here. Joel and Tyrese are the guys that carried them to that victory in Game 7. But since we've criticized Nurse quite a bit this year, myself included, I think it's worth saying. I think the staff did a really good job.
Listen, you're right. I would agree, dude. You're right. But let's talk about the real hero. The real hero, because there was a point in that game where I said to myself, they will be dead to me forever. That 4 for 4 will become 3 for 4. All right? That was in my mind as that lead started to shrink and shrink and shrink. And the Celtics had 2 or 3, actually 3 really good looks from 3, wide open, and they just missed them. But there was one guy that brought us home, and that was Tyrese. That was Maximus. Kid was awesome.
And look, this is the classic big man perimeter star combo, right? Joel gets you through about 2.5 quarters. He's playing great. He's scoring it well. He's drawing fouls. But we've seen it before. The stamina to carry the team for 4 straight quarters, especially when he's defending at the rim, doing all that, is not there. And so the whole fourth quarter, Devon and I are on stream, Anthony, going, it's got to be Maxey time. It's got to be Maxey time. It's got to be Maxey time. And one of the storylines from early in the series was guy couldn't get three-pointers to drop, but he's having a lot of success finding his spots inside the arc, finding his spots at the rim from the mid-range. And Boston was bringing Keita out and saying, we're going to try to drop him back toward the rim and defend the rim. Nobody was willing to challenge Boston at the rim for a while there. They turned into a jump shooting team, and he did exactly what you need to do and put pressure on them. And what I will say is part of that, Anthony, is just his conditioning. It's just the fitness that he has. having put in the offseason time, taking care of his body every day, all that, because he just had more to give than all these guys at the end of the game. He's still playing with the same speed that he had in minute 1, minute 2, minute 3, in minute 46, 47, and 48. And so he's able to get by his man. He made a bunch of those reverse layups throughout the series. The other thing that you saw that was on the coaching side was that Kelly Oubre is the screener on one of those important buckets. Like normally Kelly's off in the corner on the wing as a spacer, but because of how the Celtics are defending it, they recognize like, hey, we got to get Keita up here because Maxey versus Keita in a foot race is the matchup that we want. And so Maxey had all these reps this year and even last year as the undisputed guy, preparing him for this moment. And so this was look, we've talked about he's an all-star starter, superstar, all this stuff, but this is a graduation moment. That was him carrying them through into the second round over Boston against a heavily, heavily favored team. That's a really important moment for him in his career.
Totally. And I loved that, Joel went over in the corner and allowed him to cook. Like, it was like, here you go, baby. Like, it's your time.
Yeah, and that, it's why, like, there are always these attempts to, like, it was this guy it's Maxey's team, it's Joel's team. Like, it requires, for them to be a championship team, it requires both of those guys. They offer very different things at very different times. And the best part is they complement each other, number one, on the floor, but number two, because Joel and Maxey have been together so long, and Joel has watched this kid go from, pick in the 20s, bench rookie, like not playing a ton, but promising, and has seen him build himself up, has seen him in big moments rise time and time again. It's an unspoken trust that they don't even really have to think about it. There's no hesitation from Joel to say, Tyrese has it going, Tyrese has the matchup, let him go. And the other side of it is Tyrese loves Joel too. So it's a perfect match between those two. And if they have a chance to win a title, it's because of both of them and how they play off of one another and understand one another more than anything else.
So I love Embiid. And I got to tell you, what makes me smile is, he was different all year. And he was different in the playoffs. Like his, I don't want to say attitude, his like aura around him, like he was positive. He was enjoying himself. Like it was almost like he realized how close it came to like oblivion, and he was done. And it's like he was like, I'm going to enjoy every moment, and like he was into it and optimistic, and I thought he had spirit, like a good spirit.
I think people in Boston, from what I've listened to, read over the last couple of days, I think that's what they were most surprised by, because they've seen the kind of skittish, missing shots, turning the ball over version of Joel in some big games in the past. I thought his composure and his poise in this series were levels above where they've been at times in the past, Anthony. And the stat that shows that in Game 7, but also the rest of the series, he had a single turnover in Game 7. Him and Maxey had 2 combined turnovers in Game 7. For the series combined, they had a little over 3 turnovers per game between the two of them. Those are the two guys who are bringing the ball up and running the offense through them almost every single time down the floor, right? And so we've seen these games where Joel's got 6, 7, 8 turnovers when you really need to have it, and he's given away some costly ones. I think his ability to read pressure, make the right passes out of doubles, and just play with poise out of the post in that series is a big separator from what we've seen from him in the past. And so I think this is a tougher matchup for him because Mitchell Robinson's not someone you're just going to post up. You're going to have to face him up and, make some jumpers and drag him out of the paint. He's a big boy down there when they get that matchup. Towns, he should be able to attack. If they use Anunoby, he should be able to attack. But I think what you saw in round 1 with the mentality and the understanding of the floor, that bodes really well going into round 2.
I think you're so right about that. And real quick, before we turn our attention to the Knicks, VJ.
Yeah.
Like,
Special.
I mean,
I got white.
I mean, when you say it, I got white.
Yeah.
Like, all right, young buck.
Well, he was on fire in the first half. And
Young
you're going to stand
buck.
on the road in game 7?
I got white. Like, yeah. And he shut him down. Woof. Man.
The heart that kid has, the desire that he plays with, I think just all throughout the game. This is a kid that there are a lot of people locally, nationally, whatever, like, oh, I don't know if this kid's going to shoot. He makes 5 of his 11 threes in a game 7 on the road in Boston as a 20-year-old.
Right.
He has the presence of mind at halftime to go in and say, I see this guy who's hurting us. I want to slow him down. I want to be the guy who shuts him down. And by the way, in that third quarter, while he got going from 3, while he had some big moments as an offensive player and juggling those responsibilities, he played almost 45 minutes in game 7. Anthony, I know, like, young legs, blah, 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 like, okay, that's all well and good.
No.
For him to show.
No,
like,
he trusts him. Nurse has trusted him all year. Credit, like, to your point for Nurse, credit that he's trusted him, and he should trust him.
And look, that Pritchard 3 that he misses late in the game, I know that, like, he probably would say, if I can get that one back, I'll make that a lot, 90 times out of 100 maybe. But watch the effort, the extra effort that VJ makes on that play. Instead of standing flat, we've seen guys for the Sixers in that spot stand flat-footed and throw the hands up like, damn it, hope he doesn't make this one. VJ got there. VJ got a hand in his face and did just that little bit to try to bother him. And so we talked about this kid so much last year going into the draft. We had no idea what they were going to do at points of it. But talking to everybody who ever had this kid alongside them was like, he will give you everything you've got. He's a special kid at this age. No fear, like coming from where he came from and making it this far, his understanding and his appreciation of the moment, all that stuff has borne out on the floor this year. And so here's the thing. Are we surprised that VJ had a big game there? No, because we've seen him in so many big games already, put it all out there in big moments. And so that shouldn't mean you should take this for granted, though, because rookies do not do this. He is doing stuff in the playoffs already that you just don't see from guys at this age.
Yeah.
I think the comment, too, because in the past we've had Maxey and Embiid, but now there's a 3. And it may not be VJ, it might be Paul George, but it's one of them. They have like a 3A and a 3B. If Paul's not having a great game, VJ tends to have a better game. So there's a legit third option. On some nights they got 4 options. So I don't know. I feeling all right. I feel good with this series.
All right, well, let's dive into the series and kind of look at the matchups here. I mean, obviously, the Knicks hold a huge depth advantage in the series. All right. It's different than years past. Like, the Sixers have VJ and Paul George, who had a great series. I mean, he really did. He's played really well. He was
awesome.
So how do you kind of match it up, Kyle?
Well, so I think the first thing that you start with is it's going to be a big VJ series defensively, because I don't know. I felt this watching the games this year, but didn't know if this was true. Per the stats, like just looking at all the possessions that were played, VJ was the single most successful defender of Jalen Brunson in the regular season. Like, played 100 plus possessions against him. He shot like 33% from the field, and he made him really work. Did a really good job of not fouling, sliding with him, recovering if he got beat. And so that's where it starts on the defensive end for sure. If VJ can bother Brunson. Now, I think they're going to throw all kinds of matchups at him. Brunson is a smart enough player that if you show him one guy, particularly a rookie, for as long as the series lasts, he will eventually win out. He'll find his spots. He'll find, how he needs to be.
And foul trouble. What scares me is foul trouble.
Yes. And he avoided that in the regular season, but that's been, at times during the year. Yeah, it's the playoffs, and Brunson's really savvy. So I think you'll see Paul George. I think you'll see Kelly Oubre spend some time on him. We'll see. I think the good news for the Sixers is the Knicks really didn't have answers on offense for the Maxey Edgecombe backcourt this year because they're more built for a team like Boston, right? They go and get Bridges, they go and get Anunoby, and those guys are pretty clear one-on-one matchups to guard Brown and Tatum together on the wing. Bridges spent a good amount of time on Maxey this year, and Maxey did pretty well. Like Maxey and Edgecombe in the regular season scored, I think it was 49 points a game and shot something like 51, 52% from the field as a duo. That's really good. You post those type of numbers in the playoffs, you get like a reasonable Joel, reasonable PG series. You should be able to beat these guys. Obviously, I think it'll probably come down a bit. New York looked really good at the end of that Knicks-Hawks series. I'm wondering how Josh Hart factors in with the Maxey stuff. He spent a little bit of time on him, and I think he's got the right blend of like toughness, athleticism, that maybe he can bother Tyrese a little bit. And then in the front court, New York has started Towns as a lone big for a lot of this year, but the Mitchell Robinson Towns lineups are something I'm really curious. How early do they go to them? How often do they go to them? Because those lineups have gotten offensive rebounds on like 40% of their misses, Anthony, which is, as you guys know, that's the key to like any Sixer series. It was the key for the Knicks in 2024. Granted, the team has changed since then. They're not quite as elite on the offensive glass this year with the lineups they're playing, but it's going to come down to, you know, how do these different lineups and matchups play out?
Yeah, it scares me. Like that's the
match.
only thing that scares me is that you're dead right about that, Kyle. Like, because Hart is relentless on the glass, and when they go big, that's been the Sixers' problem, is getting out rebounded, second chance points. So that's the only thing that really kind of scares me.
Yeah, and then so the Sixers have some interesting choices to make. I think in 24, because you weren't up against someone like Karl Towns as a big man. So they used Joel as a roamer off of Josh Hart a lot. Unfortunately, Josh Hart shot the lights out for most of that series when that's his big weakness is three-point shooting. Whether you're willing to live with that again, I'm not quite sure. But if they keep the matchups just kind of 1-to-1, 5-to-5, all that, Joel's going to have to get out to the perimeter and contest Karl Anthony Towns because in those pick and pops from the trail spot, he is deadly. That's like he's one of the best big men there has ever been, maybe the best big man shooter from that spot specifically. And so Joel's going to have to get out to him on ball screens. And if he does, that puts more pressure on everybody else to guard the yard and stay solid in those one-on-one matchups because you don't necessarily have Joel back there as the last line of defense. So they're going to stress test the Sixers early, certainly. Like you come off that big emotional Game 7 win in Boston, and then 2 days later, you got to take the floor, go to Madison Square Garden and beat a team that's had a couple days off here. That's putting a lot of pressure on Philly, but hopefully because you get through that Boston series, you're now kind of stress tested and ready for this challenge right away.
Yeah, I actually like them better tonight than I do in Game 2 because I think you're in a rhythm and you keep rolling. And that, like, tonight's always like that next Game 1, Game 2 is when you start to feel it, like, whoa, you know? So I think they're live tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you never know how it's going to play. Sometimes it's the rhythm. Sometimes you see fatigue catch up to teams. So we'll have to wait and see. We also, like, Joel is listed as probable with a hip contusion, no listing for the knee coming into the game. And we'll have to see how he's moving around, obviously. Like, I would be stunned if he doesn't play. The probable listing suggests that, but it's always, we're riding the roller coaster with this guy. You never quite know. So watching him get stretched out on the bench in Game 7 and then go back out there was just a real sign of everything he goes through and we've all been through watching him in these moments.
It was tough. The Magic just fired Jamal Mosley.
Not surprised by that. That was, the writing was on the wall for that one for quite a while. If they had won the first round, yeah, maybe they're a different conversation.
The fact they went to Game 7, though, I mean, you know, I know I got blown out yesterday.
Yeah, that was a wild series, man. I mean, shout out to Tobias, by the way. Finally,
I know,
in a big
stop.
moment, had a monster game. Look at
He
that.
did, yeah.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Cunningham showed up. Cunningham, Cade. It was a Cade sighting. Listen, I mean, you want to talk about taking care of family business. Celtics, Knicks, Harden. That would be a nice road to the finals.
Anthony, this could be a settling all debts type playoff run.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going to be
awesome.
godfather to Connie's baby.
It would be quite a story. It would be quite a run for all of us here to cover. So we'll one game at a time. Obviously, starts with game 1 against New York tonight, but we're here. That's the important part. We're not in the off season. It's not draft coverage time. It's still playoffs, baby.
All right, so Derek will be up there tonight. You guys
Yes.
pre and post.
Yep. We Devon and I back in the seat, hoping to have another fun one tonight.
Love it, buddy.
And I just got an article up on allphly.com on a lot of the stuff that we're talking about now and the matchups that I'm keeping an eye on throughout the series.
Nice.
All right, you got to become a diehard. You get this incredible work by Kyle and Derek. It's tremendous. Great required reading. Great stuff. Hey, brother, great. Continue. You're the best. We love you. See you, pal.
See you
There
guys.
He is. Kyle Neubeck. Neubeck.
I do like seeing that Maxey shot 50% from 3 against the Knicks throughout the season.
Yeah. Yeah, it's big.
I like no Hartenstein. He always seemed to be a thorn in Embiid.
Well, he was that he get the rebounds.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is, they board.
I don't know. The Sixers changed their boarding. I don't know if they just went all out with the guards being involved in the rebounds. The last 2 games with the Celtics had changed up. They were pretty even. It wasn't as drastic. The first 3 games, it was just a disaster with the board.
Yeah, well, I mean, no Embiid, too. I mean,
Yeah.
Embiid comes back.
But, I mean, Maxey's been having like 8 boards.
Well,
10
VJ's
boards.
been boarded, too. VJ's been boarded the whole series.
And that's the thing. When he was coming in, I thought the floor with VJ, with athleticism, he'd either board and play defense at an NBA level.
Yeah.
Anything else is gravy. Right?
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. The Brain will join us. We'll take it. The Brain's look at this series coming up next. But first, a word from our friends.
Spring is here. You know what that means. It's time for Ashley's Spring Savings Event, where you'll find inspiring looks at unbeatable prices with select spring styles starting at just $499, which is unheard of in the furniture world. You can buy it now or you can pay over time with no interest for a full 5 years when you shop in store. So whether you're refreshing one room or upgrading the whole space, now is the time. Don't wait for someday. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event going on now. Shop more spring deals in-store today. For the past 30 years, Golden Nugget Jewelers has operated out of the very same location in the heart of Philadelphia. Customers from across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, even Baltimore, New York City have come to Golden Nugget Jewelers to find that perfect engagement ring, wedding band, or gift. Their staff is highly trained and dedicated to providing a personalized experience. I've gone there a couple of times. I had to replace a diamond in a ring. I had to get a necklace. They're not pushy. The staff is super informative. It's just a great shopping experience. They have a vast selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, along with high-end watches, fashion jewelry, sparkling diamond necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and everything else you could think of. You receive a final cleaning and written appraisal with every engagement ring purchase. And Golden Nugget Jewelers, they're family-owned. They've been operating since 1987, right there on Chestnut Street at 8th in downtown Philadelphia. You deserve an expert, and you deserve the best price. Golden Nugget Jeweler, where Philly gets engaged. Visit goldennuggetjewelry.com. Spring is here. You know what that means. It's time for Ashley's Spring Savings Event, where you'll find inspiring looks at unbeatable prices with select spring styles starting at just $499, which is unheard of in the furniture world. You can buy it now or you can pay over time with no interest for a full 5 years when you shop in store. So whether you're refreshing one room or upgrading the whole space, now is the time. Don't wait for someday. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event going on now. Shop more spring deals in-store today.
Brain. Red the Brain Finder.
There he is, brought to us. Well, is that him or
Where am I?
is he?
Man, what is going on with
The
him?
demon has.
It was a good look for me.
has
That was a good look for
taken his
me.
body.
Darkness.
Here he is, courtesy of the Bet Park Sportsbook Online Casino app. The brain with the grind. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. Come on, brain, sing.
10, 9, 8, 76ers.
That brain. Yeah.
You know what?
Right.
I will always gladly admit when I'm wrong. When that was 3-1, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't think there was a chance in anything that they were going to win that. I didn't. You got to give them a lot of credit. Happy again, even though I said for me with Embiid, just because it's been 12 years in a row of the same script, that I think it's time to move on. Happy for him that he was able to come in and play great. And it was just to beat this team the way they beat him. And by the way, let me ask you guys a question. I know Missoula's going to win Coach of the Year probably. When he ran out that starting lineup, on
Dude,
Sunday, or Saturday, I'm like,
I don't even understand. I
was
texted
like,
my cousin.
is this April Fool's Day?
I texted my cousin. He goes, weird. He goes, he must know something. I thought the same thing. I go, what's he? Like, it scared me. You and I texted. I'm like, this is weird. Something's up.
Beyond weird.
And by the way,
Didn't work.
He didn't know anything. It was just stupid. Like, I just didn't.
It was just stupid.
Why would you? Well, why would you start Harper Jr.?
He literally played his worst players. He played his worst player, and I'm just like, man, what is he doing here? But again, and then it's funny. I will say this: they're up 18, got cut to 1. But you know what? Sometimes you feel like, oh my God, they're going to blow it. I never thought that. I never thought that. I thought they were going to win the entire way, even when it got cut to 1. I really did. Credit to them. Great win. Like, for me, just beating Boston felt good. But this is going to be a tougher, in my opinion, at least, Anthony. Now, again, you get Embiid the entire series. But the Knicks seem like maybe they're coming into their own, so to speak, at the right time. But again, every matchup is different. But I think this is going to be, I think the winner of this series will go to the finals.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cleveland will beat
wins.
Detroit, and I don't think they'll. I think the Sixers and Knicks will win that. I would agree. But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Like, let's look at the Knicks for a second.
Yeah.
Embiid owns Cat.
He has, for sure.
Right? Then the other matchup is interesting because VJ's had some success, at least during the regular season. Now, it's the playoffs, but he's a really good defender, and he's had some success guarding Jalen.
Yeah, but Anthony, again, Brunson to me, and there's a guy who is, I don't think anyone thought when he came out of Villanova, even though he was player of the year, I don't think anyone thought he was going to become a top 10 player, 12 player, whatever you want to call it in the NBA, but he has. Edgecombe to me, maybe he could slow him down a little bit, but I have an insane amount of respect for Jalen Brunson. And he does everything great. Not just VJ Edgecombe. I don't think anyone really can truly stop him.
Well, they're going to run. They're going to run.
Very
Listen, VJ, George. Like, the Sixers are a little more. The problem that I see with the Knicks is their depth. Like, they're a deeper team.
Beyond. Much deeper.
But
Sixers, it's really a 6-man, 7, maybe 7. I don't even know. And actually, some of those guys,
it's 6. Yeah, you're right. It's
six. And it's like, to me, the Knicks legitimately could play like 9 or 10. So, look, Knicks should win. Like, I'm keeping it. Knicks should win. Doesn't mean they're going to win. Doesn't mean they're going. No, it doesn't mean they're going to win, because I think the Sixers. I really believe this, even though I picked Boston to win, but I didn't think Embiid was going to play in the series. Before Embiid got hurt with his appendectomy, I truly believe the Sixers were going to win a series, and whoever beat them, it was going to be like a 7-game series. Because I thought, when healthy, this was a really tough out.
Yeah.
When healthy. And now that they're healthy, they're going to be a tough out. Whoever beats them in the East, if anyone does, it's going to be a hard series. Like, I would be very surprised if the Knicks just steamrolled this team like they did, 3 years ago, wherever it was. That would surprise me quite a bit. I think this series will be.
But
tight.
they were even in that series. They were in Sixers were in those games.
Oh my God! It was that they lost in.
They should have
lost that
won
one game.
2 of them.
Yeah, it was a horrible loss. Horrible loss. But the Knicks, look, if you look at it, the Knicks are a talented team. I mean, they have Towns and Brunson, OG Anunoby to me is a really, really good player. It's a good team. I mean, they have a good team. But the Sixers have a good team too. Again, and I remember, it's funny, Anthony, remember that game when the Sixers played the Knicks? I think it was Knicks when they lost by like 40 at home. Do you remember towards the end of the year? And I was just like, that's when I was like, oh my God, how do you lose by a 40 at home to this? They
remember
by like 1 point that game. They lost by 40.
Yeah.
I look, the Sixers are playing well at the right time, getting Embiid. Listen, I always say it's not who you play. A lot of times it's when you play them. Today on May 4th, again, kind of like the Dodgers when they were last year, they were not healthy all year, but then when they played the Phillies, they were finally healthy. The Sixers are finally healthy. And this is, and not to sound crazy, since the Jimmy Butler loss to when they lost to the Raptors, this may be their best chance to actually get to a finals since that year. I thought that was their best team. But
I agree.
It really should be that they do win this series. I flat out think they'll beat whoever's in the next series. This Knicks one's going to be tough, but the Knicks are far from unbeatable. And I absolutely think the Sixers can do it. I do.
So, how do you see matchups? Let's look at the matchups for a second. How do you see the matchups getting exploded? Because Maxey's had a really good regular season. Like they struggle to defend Maxey up top because of his quickness. Yeah. So the 2 big advantages the Sixers have, let's start there, are Maxey and Embiid, right? So I could see both kind of scoring, like kind of leading the way, like they usually do, but I think they have the matchup advantage.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. And Embiid's over-under, guys, if you like his over, it's 26.5, which is like not that high, if you're right, to me at least. I mean, like kind of like what you said, like he really should, you would think, score 30-ish. So I do think there's a little bit of a discount there. Actually, for the record, I did bet Paul George over 14.5 points. He's 17-3 his last 20 of that over. And Paul George has been involved. He's getting the minutes. I think George will be that third scorer ahead of Edgecombe in this series.
I agree with that. I mean, Edgecombe's going to be having a lot on his plate with Brunson.
Defense.
Yeah,
for sure. Look, again, as I said, look, Hart is a good all-around glue guy. Hart to me is like that Lenny Dykstra type. You love when he's on your team, you hate him when he's on your team. He's an annoyance, he's a nuisance, but he plays hard and he's good. You know what's interesting for the Knicks, which is kind of not being talked about enough, is they get the 5 first-round picks from Mikal Bridges, and I was just drinking milk the other day. I saw his face on it. Like he is there's a search out, where is Mikal Bridges? Because he is absolutely evaporated from the Knicks. They're not even playing him much. He's doing nothing. And again, it's interesting. He played with Hart. He played with Brunson. You would think they would want so badly to get him involved just to get his confidence back, because so much in sports is just confidence. He can't have much confidence now. And this is the guy, the last 7-8 years, has been a borderline all-star, right, Anthony? Like,
yeah. I mean, listen, our own Devon Givens, that's his cousin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Devon's cousin.
Oh, wow.
So
I didn't know
Kale, that. Kale's like family around here.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just saying that to me, not having a guy like Bridges, who to me had been such a good player for them, who's now kind of just, I mean, he's just, Anthony, go look at his minutes and what he's doing, and his offensively, his over-runner for a night, and by the way, is 10.5 points. Like, that's how little they're like factoring in Mikal.
I mean, he had 20-something the last game, didn't he? I thought he had like 22.
He finally had one good game, but the games before that were 10, 0, 8, 7.
Yeah.
And if you go back like his last, 20 games, which he's only averaging 11 points, like this is the guy who's averaged 16. This guy was averaging the 20s when he was on Phoenix. But even on the Knicks, he was averaging 16, 17. To go to 10.
I think some of the factor too is the way we say VJ is going to be have his hands full on Brunson. I think it'll be Bridges having a lot of Maxey duties, so that could wear him down too.
Maxey's going to kill it. I mean, No, I have extreme confidence that Maxey's going to kill it, and his over-runner, I think it's 24.5, I think.
He's
But
shooting 50%
Maxey to
from
me,
three against the Knicks this year, Maxey. He's shooting 50% from the field.
Maxey is a phenomenal player. Look, it comes down to this, in my opinion, guys. If you remember the series, was it 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago. Yeah. If you remember the series 2 years ago, the Sixers had that 6-point lead with 20 seconds to go and they blew it. You can't, you got to win the close games in this series. Let's say if this is a 7-game series, maybe 5 of them are going to be tight, decided by 5 or less probably. You got to find a way to go 3-2 in those games. And if there's 2 games by double digits, maybe you split them. You got to win. You got to win the close games. You can't say, "Oh my God, we should have won that." We didn't. Not when you're facing a team that's a 2.5 to 1 favorite to win. You got to win the close games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I look back at that
I think
2 years ago. I mean, they're not the same teams, but I look back. I think the Sixers are a much improved team as long as Embiid's healthy than they were 2 years ago. And I don't know if the Knicks are that much more better, that much better than they were.
I don't think the Knicks are better. No, I think that's very fair. And I think the Sixers, and again, I go back to it. If you really think about the Sixers, it's like all year, it's just been like, I keep going back to the Dodgers parallel because it really reminds me of the Dodgers last year when Ohtani couldn't pitch, Blake Snell kept getting hurt. They just couldn't, Max Muncy was out the entire time. They couldn't get healthy until the playoffs started. And the Sixers, to me, Paul George had his incident, which we know about. Embiid's missed 40-some games or whatever it is. Maxey got injured at the end of the year. They've never been healthy. Never. And this is the first time they have been, which is why, to me, the Sixers getting 7.5 tonight. To me, that's insane, guys. Absolute insane.
I'm glad you said that.
That's ridiculous.
When VC told me the line, I went, 7.5?
Ridiculous.
What are they, nuts?
The line's 2.5 points too high. That is an asinine, capital A, capital everything line. That line is way too high. It is one. Listen, Knicks are getting a bump because they won by 90 against the Hawks. I get it.
Yeah.
But the Sixers just beat Boston, and the Sixers, again, haven't been healthy all season. So, to me, I think they're an extremely underrated group. Love the Sixers here in New York getting 7.5 points. To me, that's an incredible bet. I really believe that. I think,
there you
I
go.
think that line is way
an
too
incredible bet, the brain says.
An incredible bet.
Take the squad.
Incredible bet.
Hey, what do you think? Any shot at Carolina? Flyers come back, maybe get their legs a little bit?
I mean,
they went from Thursday not knowing that they have a game and then have to go play that team that forechecks better than anybody in the league.
And I said to you, and I go, look, hockey. What I love about again, I did say that I think I said on your show, like I really going to like Montreal in Game 7. That's going to be like a 2-1. 50,
yeah, you said that.
And it was. To me, and the Flyers could beat anyone. They could beat, except I go the one series, in my opinion, no one's ever accused me of being a hockey expert, but the one series they would really struggle to win was this one. I actually think.
Listen, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think they're facing a clearly better team.
I think if they're going to win a game, it's either going to be tonight or Thursday. Like, I could actually see a weird scenario where Vladar's crazy tonight, they play like nothing to lose. It's a greasy game. They get a couple flukes, and empty netter 3-1.
It's hockey, Anthony. It's hockey. By the way, it's funny. Did you see the Avalanche game last night?
9-6.
That was a crazy game.
Wow, it was 3-0,
and then it was 5-4.
Yeah.
5-4 Minnesota. That was a crazy game. You never ever see those kind of games except Edmonton back in the day. But look, I mean, the Flyers, to answer your question, I think this will probably be a 5-game series. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I think this is the one series, forgetting the Stanley Cup Finals, in the East. There was only one team I felt they couldn't beat. I felt they could beat any other team. This was the one series I think they're actually stepping up in class, in weight class, so to speak. And I just don't think they have as good a team. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree. All right, buddy. Anything else you strikes your fancy?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple things. Again, I told you I do like Paul George, 17-3, over 14.5 points. OG Neubeck averages 5.5 rebounds. He had an insane rebounding series against Atlanta, but I'm going to make him do it again. I took under 6.5 getting juice. I did this one, Anthony. I gave it out last week. Same matchup. I'm giving it out again. Davis Martin, who's been great all year against Jose Soriano, who has like a 0 ERA. I took under 4.5 runs in the 5-inning line. And Tariq Skubal going against Peyton Toll. Two pitchers are obviously Skubal's the best pitcher, but Peyton Toll's another guy I like a lot. I took under 4 runs in the 5-inning line in that one as well.
Okay. I like it. I like it. My brother, you're the man, the brain. Enjoy game
Sixers
one
plus
tonight.
7.5.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Brain. Brought to us by the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Coming up, can the Flyers steal game 2? Is there a path? I think if they're going to win one, I think they can steal one tonight.
They seem to get a little better as the game went on. Hopefully that improves in the game 2.
I'd like a Flyers, Sixers, Phillies. What would that play? That would pay a ton tonight.
I'll
Find out what that would be tonight. All right. But first, before we get to our man, Charlie O, let's take a quick TO. And let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app and Parks Casino. Because if you want to go to Parks Casino, all right, and have an incredible night out, perfect springtime, the new Parks View Hotel, spectacular. The views, oh my God, it's great. It's right there in the parking lot. It's right there. Across the way, there's shuttle service. And you get all the great acts at Parks Casino, the Parks View Hotel. So go and check out some of your favorites. The Dice Man's coming. You got the Wallflowers. You got Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium. You got Steven Adler.
Ambrosia, Yacht Rock.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your Yacht Rock.
Big yacht day at
They have country music. There's the line dancing. They have just
Gene
everything.
Simmons band, cover of Gene Simmons band.
Yeah, they have it all right there at Parks Casino. Check out parkscasino.com for all the acts. You got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Wawa's got tacos. Tacos. Oh, Wawa expanding its freshly prepared food lineup with new seasoned beef tacos available for a limited time. Built to deliver bold, craveable flavor in every bite. We're talking warm, soft tortillas filled with Wawa's savory, juicy, boldly seasoned beef, plus fresh toppings that you can customize your way. You got options too, from seasoned beef, chicken, steak, black beans, shredded cheddar cheese. Pick up 2 spreads like salsa roja, garlic aioli, barbecue, ranch, buffalo, chipotle, and you top it off with shredded lettuce, salsa, fire-roasted corn, onions, or pickled jalapenos, all packed in a 6-inch soft flour tortilla, making it perfect handheld or on-the-go option. Seasoned beef tacos doesn't stop, all right? It's available across the full lineup, including burritos, bowls, and quesadillas, so you can mix and match and build the meal that fits your appetite. But don't wait. The lineup is only here for a limited time while supplies last. Next time you're at Wawa, grab a taco and find your new go-to order.
Charlie O'Connor, hockey whiz, best in the biz. Everyone agrees. It's Charlie. It's Charlie.
The best thing about having Charlie on is not only his great, like he's the best at it, but hearing Julia sing his song.
She's a fan of this. She's a fan of that music, that style.
Charlie, it's the greatest. Like she sings along, it's Charlie. I can't get my voice that high, but on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, a man who does such a great job covering the Flyers for all PHLY, the great Charlie O. Charlie O, what did they do, buddy? I mean, that Carolina team is scary. Some of the best forechecking team in the league.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough series, and we talked about it.
Yeah.
Me and you talked about it both on camera and off camera. That this was always going to be a stretch. Carolina is a team that has designs on a Stanley Cup. The Flyers are a team where this season has already been a success by making the playoffs, by winning around, by beating the Pittsburgh Penguins. Your biggest in-state rival. It's already a success, but you're here. So you might as well try to go on a cup run because you never know how many of these you're going to get. Look, I last night watched the entirety of that Tampa Bay Montreal game. Montreal wins game 7 with 9 shots on goal. If anything that game showed me is that anything can happen in a hockey game. Like Tampa Bay was by far the better team, but Montreal got great goaltending and was opportunistic. I think that's the Flyers' path in this series if they're going to win games or win the series. They need to get fantastic goaltending from Dan Vladar, and we've seen Dan Vladar provide that fantastic goaltending. And this is the other one because look, I don't worry too much about Vladar. He gave up maybe 1 weak goal in game 1, but I expect he's going to have a strong game. The thing I worry about with the Flyers in the series more than anything is they need to finish. They need to finish on their chances, and you saw that problem in game 1. Look, if you're against Carolina, you're not going to have the puck much. You're just not. That's just the way they play. So when you have the puck and when you get those chances, you got to finish on 3 or 4 of them. Even if you only get, 10 or 15 shots, you got to finish on 3 or 4. The Flyers have not been a great finishing team this season. They need to be a great finishing team in game 2 if they want to steal one in Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know how you match up, man. That's the problem, man. I don't know. You're right. Problem is they don't have great finishers. Like you got Martone, and you got the kids. Bump can finish. You got to get something out of Forrester. I mean, he's killing you. And you got no one to penetrate the zone. Like, without Tippett, you're losing a ton of speed that can carry the puck in the zone.
Yeah. The Tippett injury, which, I mean, he's been battling this the entirety of the postseason. He's really banged up. Like, he's a warrior for playing in every single game against the Penguins, to be honest with you, given how banged up he is. It hurts them a lot in this series because, again, if you're going to beat Carolina and you're the Flyers, you're not going to have the puck as much. But what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take advantage of those quick strikes, those quick transitions. And there's nobody on this team that attacks quicker in transition than Owen Tippett, and they just don't have him. Now I think Tippett will be back in this series. I don't know if he comes back tonight. I think he will play in games in the series, but you've already lost it for game 1. It doesn't seem like anywhere near certainty he's going to be back for game 2. If I had to guess, I would guess that he'll sit out game 2 as well. I mean, now you're already talking about, in a worst case scenario, half the series him missing, but at least a significant portion of it. And I don't know if you're going to be able to make those back. But look, if they want any chance in the series, they pretty much got to win the night, I think. I think they got to win the night. And one thing I said, we talked about it on post game on Saturday. I think back to the 2018 series against the Penguins, where, yes, the Flyers end up losing that series, but they got obliterated in game 1. They lose 7-0, and everybody's thinking to themselves, oh, man, this is going to be a sweep. Flyers are overmatched. They're nowhere near as good as this Penguins team. And then the Flyers went out and won game 2. They won game 2. They played their style. So I'm not taking away from game 1 thinking to myself the Flyers can't play with this team. I believe they can. I think the Canes are a better team, but I think it's very plausible the Flyers win game 2 because weird things happen in hockey, and the Flyers, while they are the inferior team, I think they can play with this team when they're playing their best.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to have Vladar's got to be crazy, and then you got to go, greasy.
Yeah.
Got to go greasy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the truth. Like, that's your recipe.
Get the lard out. Lots of grease.
You got to get greasy, man. That's it. I don't know how. I mean, that's just how you got to play with them.
And you got to be almost mistake-free. They're so good defensively.
Oh, their forecheck is ridiculous. How about it, Charlie? Like, man, they don't let you breathe.
No, they're such a pressure team. It's in all 3 zones too. Like the forecheck is great, and the forecheck has been their bread and butter for years. But even in the defensive zone, when the Flyers have the puck in the offensive zone, they're on you immediately. You need to make such quick decisions with the puck, whether it's on the power play or whether it's at even strength, because they just attack you. They're one of the few teams in the NHL. Most teams in the NHL these days play a zone defense. Carolina is one of the few teams that still plays man-to-man, and they do it in such a good way because they just don't let you breathe out there. It fits their identity perfectly. They're like, look, if you beat us one-on-one, to use a basketball reference, if you beat us off the dribble, good for you. But if you don't, you're not going to have any time and space. That's just the way they play, and they're tough to play.
Now, the problem I fear is, like, this is not a series for Michkov. Like, it's a bad matchup for Michkov.
Yeah, he did eventually figure out how to make an impact against Pittsburgh. Now, it took a scratch, but Game 6 was his best game of the series. Now, I thought in Game 1, he was really bad in the first period. I thought as the game progressed, he got better. You know, they put together that line where it was him, Denver Barkey in the middle, and Alex Bump on the other wing, and that line had some decent shifts. So maybe it just is going to take a little bit of a transition period for Mishkov in the series to figure out how to handle, or at least how to maybe not thrive, but just not be overwhelmed by a team with this kind of pressure. I will say, look, and it's the playoffs. It's going to be a little bit different. The pace is going to be stronger and whatever. But in game 81, he did score that big goal against this Carolina team that turned the game. And you know, the Flyers are down 2-0. Mishkov scores the goal to get the crowd going. And then the Flyers took over from there. They end up clinching their playoff berth as a result of that win. Now, that wasn't Carolina at full strength. They had a few guys they were sitting out, but they were still playing the same system. And Mishkov found a way in that game to make an impact. So I don't think it's that he can't do it. He hasn't done it yet. I don't think it's that he can't do it. And we'll see. We'll see how he does in game 2.
Now Martone, I'm right. He's a kid, but I think Martone is your best option.
Yeah, you know, it looks to me he's hitting the wall a little bit. Now, he made some plays. In game 1, he had that penalty he drew in front, which probably would have been a goal if Freddie Anderson doesn't trip him in front. So he made some plays, but I just worry that he's one of the guys where, you know, he got off to that great start in the regular season, even in that playoff series with Pittsburgh, but he's been less impactful over the last maybe 2, 3, 4 playoff games he's been in. This is still a 19-year-old kid. Look, I want to believe that he's got another, 2-goal, 1-assist game in him in this series, and maybe he does. Maybe he's just that good. But I just wonder if, this is about all we can reasonably hope for from Porter Martone, and now it's more of a, okay, you're just taking some lumps in this series against the Canes.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I'm trying to look at who can I cleave to, right? Like, who do I have faith in? Who do I need when I look at the matchup? Like, who wins that?
Yeah.
You want to go back to the basketball reference? Who wins the matchup? Like, TK's not.
Yeah, the one guy I look at, and I don't know if he can play better, but the one guy I look at is Zegras, because I look at, like, Tippett's injured. He's not even playing. Okay.
Right.
Forster's clearly hit the wall after coming back from injury. TK, I'm pretty sure, is banged up. Like, Dvorak, I think, is banged up. A lot of their guys at the top of the lineup, I think, are either, hitting the wall or playing through injury. Zegras is the one guy who I think is relatively healthy. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's hiding something, and we'll find out after the season.
No, but he's got the ability. You're right.
Yeah, he's the one guy who I'm like, they need more from you. You need to step up. And over the last, again, like 3-4 games, really since game 4 of that Pittsburgh series, he's faded into the background. I need Trevor Zegras to deliver a top-tier Trevor Zegras game. That's what the Flyers need from him.
Just seems like he needs a little space to get going, though, and they don't give you much space at all.
Yeah. I mean, but that's part of his development. He needs to, like, he's already a really good player. He's a guy who I'm sure the Flyers are going to re-sign. He's part of their future, but he's going to need to learn if he wants to take the next level into, like, true stardom. He's going to need to learn how to succeed in these kinds of series against these kinds of opponents, and I believe he can get there. Is he there yet? I guess we'll find out over the rest of the series.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I think he's got the ability to do that. In this series, I think you're right about that. I think him and Martone are the guys that can win their matchups.
Yeah. I think you have a little bit more faith in Martone than me, but Zegras, I think for me with Martone, it's just that, like, I find it so hard to put a lot on a 19-year-old. Like, to me, anything you get from Martone is great.
You're right. You're right. But I'm just looking at it with my eyes. Like, this, if you just look at the type of player, what you've seen, right? Look at your matchups. Who can win? I think those two can win. That's where I go. You know?
And if they're going to win this series, they're going to need some, like, 1, 2, 3 guys to overperform your expectation. That's how you pull an upset. That's how you beat a team that's better than you on paper.
Barkey, somebody like that. Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Does he change up the lines again?
Well, he changed up the lines midway through game one. He put Barkey at center. We talked to Taka yesterday. It seemed like he's considering the possibility of keeping Barkey at center for game two. That would mean moving Zegras back to wing. He reunited that line where it's Zegras on the wing, Dvorak at center, and Travis Konechny on the other wing. That was a line they used a lot during the regular season, during the first 2/3 of the year. Maybe they reunite that line and they put that together for game two. That would be intriguing. And that's clearly a way, if he does that and that's the line they go with for game two, that is very clearly intended to try to get Trevor Zegras going. Because that's basically saying, like, okay, we're not going to play at center so you can focus entirely on offense because we desperately need you to create some offense. And if that's the case, then again, the ball's in Trevor Zegras' court. He's got to produce offense.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm in love with that, though. I get it, but I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, TK, he's been horrible, dude.
He needs to get going. He needs to go. Over the last couple games of the Penguin series, his play slipped. It very clearly slipped. They need him to. They need him to deliver like a 2-goal game where he just puts the team on his back and carries them to a win. I mean, he's their top scorer. He's their top scorer in the regular season. He's the guy. I can tell you. I'm in that room. When you talk to the players in the team, all the players in the team treat him as if he's their best player. They need a best player performance for Travis Konechny tonight.
Yeah. That's. That's the difference when you look at Carolina and Svechnikov, right? And they just roll at you.
That stank oven, I hate him.
Oh, he's nasty. They're nasty. And they got, they play Slavin. Oh, I hate him. Jake. Oh, I can't stand him. He's a hate. How about the D guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I would expect that they're going to pull Noah Juleson out of the lineup. He had that bad turnover on the third goal. He just doesn't strike me as a good fit for this series in terms of dealing with the Canes forecheck. Now, whether they bring Emil Andre in or whether they go nuclear and they try to bring in, Oliver Bonk, who they apparently consider bringing in later in the Pittsburgh series, I guess we'll see. I'm sure they'll at least think about it. But I actually, in all honesty, aside from that play by Juleson, I don't think the defense in game one played that badly, especially after the first period. They did a good job of keeping Carolina, when they had the puck, to the outside, and Carolina had the puck a lot. So I'm not that worried overall about the defense. I'm worried about whether the Flyers can actually produce any offense,
No, I think you're right. You're right. Like, man, they're just, it got chippy.
Yeah,
it got chippy.
At the end, it did. Yeah, Zegras was trying to stir things up. I'm fine with that, but you need more offense than 10-minute misconduct penalties from Trevor Zegras. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, they're good though, man. They're really good. I know
they're not good in a
Slavin's
fun way.
The worst though. I can't hate him. Yeah, Stankoven, you're right.
They're just annoying and frustrating. Like, it's not a good, fun, great team. It's just,
no, right. Like, you're not watching the Lance.
Nah, right.
What do you think tonight? What's your gut tell you, child?
Yeah, I mean, I think my gut tells me they lose this one. I think it's closer. Like, I think this is a tighter game, but it just, look, I'm not saying that the Flyers don't have great vibes right now. They believe in each other. They are a very, very tight team. But the Canes right now, like, they just look to me like a team that believes they're going to win the Stanley Cup. Like, the Flyers believe that they believe they're a good team. They believe that they are underrated by a lot of people. They have that us against the world mentality. But Carolina just strikes me as a team where, like, they think this is their time.
They got Florida vibes.
They're getting contributions from everybody. I don't know how you win this game. But, hey, as I said, thinking back to 2018, you lose 7-0, and then you come back and win game 2. I just watched Montreal win a game 7 with 9 shots on goal. It's hockey. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Now they got Florida, and Carolina has Florida vibes.
Yes.
That's what it feels like to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're a hell of a team. They're a tough team.
I got you, buddy.
It's going to be a tough task.
I got you. Got to go greasy. In the end, got to go greasy, buddy. Thanks, pal. What's your
He's just like,
yeah, I know. He don't indulge me. He's used to it by now. We've been working together during this whole Flyers run. What's the schedule tonight for you?
Yeah, no morning skate today. But we'll be getting availability from a few players, I think around like 4:30, and then obviously puck drop at 7, which because it's the NHL probably means puck drop at 7:15.
Yeah, I know. It kills me. Having Sixers and Flyers on at the same night
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
worst.
It's not
the
ideal.
worst. It sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
It's not
thank
good
you,
for the
buddy.
fans.
We'll be reading you, Charlie O, on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line. Thanks, brother. Man, it sucks having both of them.
Yeah. It's a conundrum, a real pickle.
And, you know, bad. Just bad. I can't believe
It's hard to get
can't
locked
believe
in.
they got to start this series tonight. You take forever the first round. Stupid play-in, and then you go for the first round, and then, boom, game 1. The Sixers just got done at game 7. Saturday night in Boston. You got to turn around and go to the Garden. You go from garden to garden.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is spring. It is garden time.
Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
gonna, well, and then all the celebrities.
Oh.
They're all going to be out. All the front runners.
Ben
And
Affleck.
the
Ben
posers.
Stiller.
Yes.
Uh,
All the
Larry
posers will be
David.
courtside.
Yes.
Here it is. Maxey. Maximus. All right. To talk about this series and break it down, my dear friend from New York, who's a great basketball guy. I mean, he knows the Knicks inside and out. All right?
Mm-hmm.
From NBA radio, ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
He was voice of the New York Daily News for a long time. Frankie Isola on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line. What do you say, Frank?
Cuz, can you hear me? Can you
look
hear
great.
me?
I got you. Perfect.
What's
man.
up? How are you? What a time to be in Philadelphia. Even your Flyers are still playing. Incredible. Not
It is.
bad.
We're going bananas, brother. Like it's like, and the fact that the Sixers beat Boston, dude. 1982 was the last time. Andrew Toney,
Yeah.
the Strangler. That's how long that they have had us. So like, it was a big deal Saturday night when they won that game 7, came back from 3-1 deficit.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching that game in 82. I got to give Embiid a lot of credit because after the Celtics lost game 2, I told my radio partner Brian Scalabrine, I said, you know what? The Celtics are playing so bad, they're going to need Embiid to come back. That might be the only hope that you have. Instead, it had the opposite effect. I know he wasn't very good in the first game that he returned, but he was an offensive force. And I don't understand Embiid misses a ton of games, but considering he had that surgery, he wanted to play. Let's face it. He could have said, you know what, I'm not feeling up to it. I'll see you guys next season. And I thought he played really well. We all know how he played in that game 7 up in Boston a few years ago, and he was absolutely dominant. But Anthony, come on. You look at the starters for both those teams, even if Tatum was playing, Philadelphia has more talent than Boston does.
Yes.
Boston was a much better team last season, and Philadelphia, Embiid missed a ton of games. He looks rested. Paul George was out for 25 games of suspension. His legs are going strong. And then, of course, Maxey and VJ Edgecombe have been terrific all season.
No, you're right. The thing about Embiid that's been different, he has a different attitude, his vibe around him. You know, he came so close to it just being over. And I think it's almost like when you get a second chance, and he's almost embraced this whole thing where there's no mope in him. You know, like he's got a great attitude. Even at the end of the game, he's dead, right? And he lets Tyrese win the game for you, take you home.
Yeah. And I do think it's funny how the playoffs started and the season really. You think about the year that Nikola Jokic had, and he'll probably finish second or third in the MVP voting. I think Shea will win it, Wembanyama or Jokic will either be 2 or 3. And it's really been a long time since we talked about Jokic and Embiid in the same sentence, because Jokic has had much more success. He plays a lot more often than Embiid has. And Jokic, I thought, had a really disappointing first round. Not just that they lost, but he was getting wrapped up in all the nonsense, running 60 feet down the court to confront Jaden McDaniels. Why don't you let one of your teammates do that? Your team's about to lose the game. And this is all you're worried about. And Embiid has handled himself really well. He came back in, they were down 2-1. And I thought ever since then, I just love the way that he played. And I think you're right, too. I think his attitude is great. And he's kind of now becoming the focal point. And we know the history with him and Karl Anthony Towns. And you know that the fans will get on Embiid tonight, which, you know what, in the long run, it'll probably help guys like Maxey and certainly a rookie like VJ Edgecombe. Take all the heat off of them, put all the focus back on Joel Embiid.
And, and Maxey was able to close. Against the Knicks, it's interesting because he shot close to 50%. He's got great leg. I mean, you saw at the end, nobody can stay in front of him.
Nope.
So, he's an electric player. Like his rise to stardom, and he's the greatest kid. I mean, Frank, Maxey's just he plays with joy.
Yep.
Beautiful soul, beautiful kid, man. I love that kid.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that he plays with joy. I've always said that about him. He actually looks like he is enjoying the job that he has, which is really one of the most privileged jobs anybody could have. Make, a boatload of money to play basketball. And I think he's become the guy on the team. And this season it's been about him and VJ Edgecombe and their partnership. It's good to see how they've already developed a chemistry. And that's what I like about this Sixer team. Embiid can have a monster performance like he had the other night, but we know what Maxey's capable of. And then, on any given night, Paul George might be your fourth option. And to have him as a fourth option is pretty good. And let's also remember, if you look at what happened in the Knicks-Atlanta series, and Jalen Brunson's a terrific player, but the Knicks try to hide him defensively. So they had him on Dyson Daniel. Philadelphia has got Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is a much more skilled offensive player than Dyson Daniel. So the Knicks trying to figure out who to put Brunson on. It'll be interesting to see how Nick Nurse and the Sixers attack the Knicks from that standpoint.
Yeah, and Nurse very well. You're close with him. I thought he did a really good job at the end of the series, the middle of that series, in the comeback, and matching up defensively. They changed their defense. They stopped, blitzing and chasing the basketball. They played straight up. They were attacking the screens, going over the screens.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a really good job against Boston shooters the last couple of games.
And you look at Boston. So in the 4 losses that Boston had, they were 53 of 182. So Boston on threes. So Boston has a tendency not to change things up. If you go back to game 1 and 2 last year of their second round series against the Knicks, they were 25 of 100 on threes. And in both those first 2 games, they blew 20-point leads at home. That's what I like about Philadelphia. They have different ways to beat you. They're not just going to rely on launching 3-pointers. They have the ability to get it inside to Embiid. The big thing with Embiid is how much energy will he have in the fourth quarter? Because as the game wears on, he tends to avoid getting in the paint, and he starts relying a little too much on 3-point shots. So we'll see if the Knicks can wear him down by making him run around defensively, and they got big bodies to throw at him.
Yeah.
Because Karl Anthony Towns is a much different player than Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic became unplayable. They couldn't even play him in Game 7. But with Karl has the ability to spread the floor and knock down 3-pointers. So Embiid's actually going to have to do a lot better on the defensive end if Philadelphia wants to win this series.
And then you got Mitchell Robinson. When they play them together, because the Sixers' weakness is rebounding, right? So if you have Mitchell Robinson, Cat, and Hart, man, that's tough on the glass, man. That's a lot of second chance. You remember 2 years ago, they just kept getting every board.
Yeah, you're right. And so the Knicks played Wembanyama in the NBA Cup final, and Mitchell Robinson was the difference. He kept getting offensive rebounds. And Anthony, you've seen this a million times. Those offensive rebounds, they lead to scramble plays, and more often than not, it leads to a wide open 3. And a lot of times, a lot of these baskets, these big shots that the Knicks hit, because Mitchell Robinson, great offensive rebounder. Next thing you know, he's kicking it out to a wide open Jalen Brunson, who's stopping. He can look at the ball, see Adam Silver's signature on it, take a deep breath and shoot it, because that's how open he is. And that'll be massive. But I do think Philadelphia athletically can get after the Knicks a little bit. They're going to need Edgecombe's going to have to play well. Not in every game. I know we're asking a lot of a rookie, but if they can get up and down and run, because they had some success against the Knicks this season.
So what happened with Bridges? Now, I know he played well his last game, but what's been going on there?
Yeah, his confidence appears to be shot a little bit. He's not, he never seems happy. Listen, I was doing the net games on the Yes Network in Brooklyn, and he didn't seem to be happy there. And everyone thought, well, if he goes to plays with his buddies from Villanova, things will change. I will say this about Mikal Bridges. You go back to the playoffs last year in the first round against Detroit, he had some really good moments, and he had really good moments against the Boston Celtics. They need him to get it done on the defensive end, but they kept taking him, his minutes keep getting cut. And that's been an issue. OG Anunoby is the guy that's emerged as their third most important player. On some nights, he might be the second most important player because he can defend multiple positions. And I think you might even see him on Embiid. Who knows? Maybe for Bridges being back in Philadelphia, maybe that'll do something for him. But he has had a disappointing season. His numbers were down this year. Karl Anthony Towns' numbers were down. Jalen Brunson's numbers were down. But I do think the Knicks have a better chance to get to a finals this year because their bench is better and the East isn't as good as it was. I never had a lot of faith in Boston and Detroit. I would suggest they were better last year. They had Tim Hardaway Jr., you had Malik Beasley, and you had Dennis Schroeder. Cade Cunningham is brilliant, and they had to come back from 3-1 down. But I thought the East last year was better. But guess what? Philadelphia is better this year than they were last year.
Yeah, and to your point about Boston, man, like, do you miss Drew Holiday? Like, you don't have enough defenders on that team. Like, Marcus Smart, all those dudes that would just get on. That's what scares me about the Knicks is like Anunoby, because like that dude, that's a baller. Like that's a guy that gets in you. He's the kind of guy that wins you series.
Yeah, and he can guard. You could put him on Tyrese Maxey. And I think what they'll try to do a lot of times, put him on Embiid. He'll front Embiid in the post, try to make him work. OG Anunoby is so important to everything the Knicks do. Because if you go back to this series against Atlanta, they were down 2-1. And the Knicks made the big mistake of having Jalen Brunson guarding CJ McCollum. So they were kind of seeking him out, and McCollum was really big the first 3 games. Then they made some adjustments, and Anunoby had a much bigger impact. And the next thing you know, the Knicks rattle off 3 straight wins. And in fact, the games weren't even competitive. The Knicks really blew them out, including that 51-point win.
Oh, that was wild.
In games. I'm still trying to think, which was the worst half? The 50, what Atlanta did in the first half at home against the Knicks, or what the Orlando Magic did in the second half on Friday night against Detroit, where they somehow only scored 19 points and blew a 24-point lead and a chance to eliminate the number 1 seed. That is a brutal loss for Orlando. And of course, today, Jamal Mosley is now out as coach of the Magic.
I mean, Frankie, you've been covering ball forever. Like you know ball. I've never seen anything like that before, ever. I think it scored 18 points in a second and a half.
But Anthony, it's like so many of these games now when you watch them.
Weird.
They missed 23 straight shots. 13 of them were threes.
Yeah.
It's like, does everyone have to shoot a 3-pointer? Can somebody put the ball on the floor, put their head down, and drive to the basket, try to create some contact? Maybe you go to the free throw line at least and get your team going a little bit. Well, 11 points in the third quarter, and you're thinking, all right, that happens. They'll get 20 or 25 in the fourth. They scored 8 points in the fourth quarter. I can't believe that could happen at home in a playoff game when you're 24 minutes away from knocking off the number 1 seed. It's mind-boggling. Really.
Yeah, it's horrible. Dude, watching. I hate the way the Celtics play. I hate the way they play.
I agree.
It's horrible. Would you get rid of the corner 3 and then push it out a little bit and just open the damn floor? There's nothing better when bigs go at it. Like, it's like seeing T-Rexes fight. Like, that was basketball. Then you got inside-out movement. You got fast breaks. The game becomes beautiful again.
Yeah, I'm not good at math. I'm sure you're not either. That's why we got into this business. But I do understand that 3 is better than 2. I totally get it, how 3 points is worth more. But just from an entertainment standpoint, and you're watching these teams, I mean, look at what Boston did after Kata went to the free throw line, made it 99-98. Their next 8 shots, they missed all of them, Boston did, and 6 of them were 3-pointers. All they were doing were launching threes. And I get it. It's today's NBA, and it's one thing to watch Steph Curry do it, but when you're watching every player out there just bombing away, I think a lot of fans get turned off by it. Nobody wants to sit there and watch a free throw shooting contest, and nobody wants to sit there and watch a 3-point shooting contest. And too many of these games, it turns into that. And I think that's why that turns off some. I agree with you. I like when you dump the ball into the post. Look at a guy like Giannis.
Yeah.
Why isn't? I mean, when you watch Giannis shoot a three, you want to cover your eyes and you're worried that he's going to break the glass. You're so athletic. Put yourself in the post, power dribble to the hoop, elevate, and hit a little jump hook. There's nothing wrong with scoring 2 points. It's okay. You can do that.
I know, like Jokic, like there's like so much. And there's some good bigs, like really interesting, fun bigs that you match up, and then you can run. Then you can have the fast break that's not just a fast break that's a kick out for a three.
Exactly. Which happens way too often. And just look at some of these some of these performances. Orlando with 19 points in the second half. The game 5 that Philadelphia won in Boston. We're in the fourth quarter. Boston scores 11 points, and they're 3 for 22. And they're you had like Derek White, Jaylen Brown. I think it was Peyton Pritchard. I think they were like a combined 1 for 17 on threes. I mean, what are we doing here? Try something. You know what? It's funny. There are certain players. Like I like this kid Jaime Jaquez on Miami. His sister's a great player who played at UCLA. Like Jaquez doesn't shoot threes. It's like it's so cool that every once in a while you get the guys that realize what their game is. Like not everyone has to dribble the blood out of the ball and then shoot a fadeaway contested three and hope it goes in. All right, if that's your offense, knock yourself out.
That's why he's the best.
I mean, I
dribble the blood out of the ball. That's a great freaking line, man.
I'm on the same page with you guys, but do we sound like old men?
You know what
the
we
old
do?
Basketball?
Yes, we do. And that's why only in our society or people that are older and have experience look down upon. I mean, should we really be listening to people in teenagers and kids who are in their 20s? They don't know any better. We're telling them what's better. How many 3-pointers did Michael Jordan shoot? I have no idea, but he was darn exciting to watch. Kobe Bryant, how many did he take? How many did Dr. J take?
Right.
We all get it. It should be part of the game, but it's too much after a while. And just from a strictly entertaining standpoint or entertainment standpoint, sometimes it becomes boring. I got to be honest with you.
It does. Well, you're right. And our culture is the worst. You go to Japan or go to China.
That's
and they
right.
revere because it's wisdom. It's not stupidity.
Yeah. In our culture, it's old man yells at the cloud, get off my lawn. Yeah. You're right. I am yelling at the cloud because I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So bleep y'all.
You get the hell off my lawn while you're at it.
Frankie, I love you, man. How's the family?
Really good, really good. How you doing? All right?
Good. Are you,
all right,
you gonna come down at all?
I'm definitely gonna try to make it down. You know what? I know you're gonna find this hard to believe. I've never been to a Flyers game, and I've always wanted to go. I gotta make my way down there for a game. I heard those games are insane.
Oh, let me know if you want to go Thursday. Let me know. We'll come in. We'll get you in the box. Do the whole thing.
All right. I might hold you to that.
It'd be fun,
Thanks,
man.
boys.
Love to see you, brother.
All right. Take care, guys.
Always the best, Frank. There he is. Frankie Isola, NBA radio.
He's great.
Yeah, we went way back. When I was in New York, we used to hang out together.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Seems like a good dude.
Yeah, great dude. And
knows his stuff.
He always, to this day, he was one of the guys that first of all, I was so green. I knew nothing about New York. I was 24 years old. What do I know about New York? First of all, I was in Chicago. Just get used to Chicago. And then I go to New York. You want to talk about wide-eyed, not knowing anything.
Where did you live when you were in New York?
Morris Park, the Bronx.
You were in the Bronx?
In the Bronx. But truthfully.
Why the Bronx? Because you could afford it? Or was it convenient?
Oh, yes. Yes. And the other thing was I got hooked up. The guy in the Mets clubhouse was some Italian dude, right?
Of course.
And he goes, yo, you should live here. You can't afford Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
You should live here. There's a bunch of Italian people there. It was
there?
Arthur Avenue. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like South Philly. Must have been in Brooklyn. It was just that part of the Bronx. And that's what he knew. His friend or somebody had an apartment. So they hooked me up with the apartment. But to be honest with you, I wound up staying at home. Half the time I was only there like a few nights a month, because I would travel, and then I would come home. Like if I was off for a couple of days, I was coming back
down
here. You know. So anyway, let's take a quick TO, talk about our friends, and then come back and get you set up with some nugs, some back in the day. Don't forget more Sixer talk coming up with the coach, Jimmy Lynam, will be with us about 11:15 as well. But first, these messages.
All right, folks, it's Financial Literacy Month, and I've got something that's going to help you off the field. Teaching your kids how to handle money, so important. And if you're a TrueMark Credit Union member, you've got a fantastic opportunity to help your kids and teens learn to earn, save, and spend wisely with a free Greenlight account. Now, Greenlight isn't just any app. It's a game changer for your kids, whether they're setting savings goals, learning how to track their spending, or even getting their allowance. It's all right there at their fingertips. And get this, each kid gets their own debit card. That's right. They can make their own purchases, learn how to budget, and build real-world money skills while you stay in control from your phone. You get peace of mind. They get the chance to make smart, responsible choices with their money. So if you're looking for a way to teach your kids some financial plays this Financial Literacy Month, we can't recommend this enough. It's like training for life's biggest game. So head over to TrueMark.com Greenlight, get all the details and sign up today, and don't miss a chance to set your kids up for financial success. TrueMark Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA and is an equal opportunity lender, NMLS 40493. You know that moment, the one you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach, on the roof of your car, at a gas station 3 states away. Well, I've been there too, because I left a pair of really nice sunglasses at a hotel in Toronto, and I was screwed. And then I was hesitant. Did I want to buy nice sunglasses like Shady Rays? And then when I did buy them, I'm afraid to wear them. Shady Rays changes everything. They've changed the game, because these sunglasses are made for real life, seriously good looking, polarized, durable, not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose them, break them, day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now I actually wear my sunglasses everywhere without fear. Concerts, mosh pits, on hikes, traveling through the city, on a boat, wherever, because Shady Rays is the eyewear that has your back. So go to shadyrays.com and use the code PHLYSR for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses.
All right, welcome back. I don't know, feeling good. I feel good about this Knicks series.
Me too.
Like I could see
These are my boys. You remember, we sat Reading Terminal Market, and I was asked, I think Pat McClune or someone.
Yes.
And I said, these Sixers have a better chance to get to the finals than the Eagles get to the Super Bowl. And I was mocked for days. And this is what, if they're healthy, if Embiid is healthy, I think they're the best team in the East. I do. I think they're better than the Knicks. And I do think, because someone earlier said, whoever wins this series goes to the finals.
Yeah, I think, both Frank said it. I
think Kyle said it.
Kyle said it. Brain said it. Yeah. I would agree. I don't know. Bro, come here. Come here. Your fly was down? Yeah. How you feel, but how you feel about this year? We're just kind of talking through it.
Weird fly down giggle.
No, it's funny. It's because
the bro's not creep. Like he's got no creep factor. Yeah,
it's a recurring bit amongst my family because I've gone to preschool drop off way more times than I'd like to admit with my fly down.
Really?
I got old all of a sudden. And it's like the old thing I do.
Yeah.
So I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but the good thing about you is you're like no creep zone. Like you don't have you have no creep vibes.
Yeah, I'm creep.
Certain guys have creep vibes. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm
feeling kind of good. I kind of got
grid. I'm feeling kind of good.
Yeah, that was a little creep vibe.
That was just more like it's childlike.
Well, it's more like I'm kind of getting caught up in it, and like I saw this tweet I can't stop thinking about that maybe it was Joel Embiid's appendix that was cursed this entire time, and now it's gone.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so
I like that.
To believe that.
I like that.
But like I was at the Derby party Saturday, and it turned into a huge Sixers party, and like we were talking, it's just like they're loaded when you see the vision when they're all together. Like they're good.
Well, their bench stinks though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Grimes is a solid role player. Oh, Oubre's solid. Like he's a top 8 guy.
Oubre stinks. I mean, he does. He stinks. Listen,
Bench player, it's better than bench players they've had in the past.
okay. I mean, listen. He makes me,
But not really.
he makes me crazy. I hate his game. Listen. There are times when he can defend, right? His offensive game is awful. He had one game in the series. I mean,
I'm not saying he's great.
He
was good this game. He was doing a lot of backdoor cuts and getting to the basket for easy buckets. Yes,
and I thought Nurse actually had a good game.
I agree.
That was shocking.
I agree. I thought he coached very well. When Embiid came back, he had a plan. He didn't sell out for 3 in defending the 3. That was the thing I hated the most, is that blitzing defense.
Yeah.
Where you're selling out, and then you can't catch up to Boston. And then once Boston gets hot, they're the key is never letting them get going.
Yeah, they missed how many threes in Game 7? Like 30 something.
Hey, by the way, as we're talking and everybody's happy, that was a 1-point game. It went from a 19-point game to a 1-point game, and Boston had 3 great looks.
They did.
From 3.
That one corner 3 goes in my entire Sixers life.
I told VT this. I go, listen, I was just close, and I said to myself, if they lose this game, I'm forever out.
Wow.
4 for 4 goes to 3 for 4.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, had they lost, that was it.
I don't know if I believe you, but the fact that you're even saying that is
no. I was at that moment because I'm watching. I'm going, come on, man. No, because if you lose to that slop, first of all, Shireman stinks. Harper Jr. stinks. Garza stinks.
How about Jaylen Brown on
He's the only one who has. Listen, I hate Jaylen Brown.
He's on a crying tour.
Yeah. Dude, he's a baby.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He's a baby. But
I used to like him.
But he still got. I mean, he had nothing.
Yeah.
He had nothing.
I know I shouldn't. I emotionally I should hedge. But I'm kind of all in. I think they can.
What do you mean hedge?
It's the Sixers, and they always hurt you.
It's the Knicks, though.
Yeah, but by the way, let me just say this: I'm not done with them if they lose.
No,
because they would have been if they lost the way that Boston series, then that Game 7, I would have been done with them. But they get no celebration if they lose.
No celebration.
Yeah, it was great. We vanquished Boston. But that's not enough. You got to get past the second round.
You want to get rid of Nurse. Still need some changes at the end.
No. It's not about he's staying.
He won his job.
Yeah. He's staying. This isn't about any.
Do you really believe he would have been out?
Not
probably
necessarily.
Not. Yeah, I think he would have stayed.
I think it's 30.
Would you have been out?
Oh no! If they lost,
yeah, I think you come back to it.
Yeah.
No.
He loves the Sixers too much.
He's out.
No,
This guy used to steal Maurice Cheek's luggage.
No way.
No, out.
He doesn't even believe it.
No. The way you lose like that,
They lost like that.
You can't quit.
yeah, I wouldn't quit hoops. I love hoops.
Who are you gonna adopt?
I don't care anybody. Anybody. I was seriously. I would have been out on them.
But it's a joke.
I would have got it instead of when I got it redone the tattoo.
Yeah.
A big X through my.
Yeah, you have Sixers ink.
Yeah, I'll get rid of it. I'm still gonna get rid of it. It's horrible.
I heard you talk to Frank. It's a joke. The games tonight.
It's ridiculous.
Dude, they're killing.
Yeah,
killing.
Flyers.
First of all,
Sixers again.
Saturday night was. Thank God for Xfinity
awful.
and the multi-view.
Multi-view
because
clutch.
that was the only thing. But other than that, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
And I was talking to Bill on Friday. He's like, I can never recall a Game 1 getting scheduled before the first round series is over.
Dude, you went.
Game 2.
No.
I don't even know what game.
Dude, I was texting Talk Thursday night. He didn't know when the game was, right? Then when we had him on Friday, he goes, yeah, I found out about 10:40.
That's crazy. So
Right.
Flyers went to bed not knowing they had to travel that day.
Yes.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And now the NBA is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You just got done in Boston Garden Saturday night.
And now you got to go to MSG on Monday.
Come on.
Ridiculous.
Garden to Garden?
Ridiculous.
In less than 48 hours?
Yeah.
That's not fair. That's not right.
No. Did you see the Hinkie tweet on Saturday?
I retweeted it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Vibes are good.
It was
I feel
it was
good.
the Charles S. Dutton.
Yeah. Is that his name in the movie? Or is that the actor?
No, that's the actor's name.
Good work by you. I didn't know. Charles S. Dutton.
Yeah, and it was a great tweet.
Yeah,
it really was.
Just like
yeah. That's the Hinkie. You know, he's probably my white whale.
Yeah.
So forever.
I've seen some of your tags.
When I was doing the book, I tried to get him. Like, he responds to me, but he just won't do it.
No, he's in hiding.
Why?
He got blackballed by the league.
But he's more interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that he went and
I kind of would just be like, bleep you too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about it.
I'm never talking about it.
Yeah.
I know.
You got to ring the bell.
That would blow the roof off.
Oh, be unbelievable.
Knicks would
never.
So I asked Maury to ask him to talk for this book, and he's like, I won't do it. Won't do it. By the way, 5 or 6 since Donnie Baseball.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it. They seem a little looser. You see, Alvarado said Stott came around because of the empanadas in Miami.
Yeah.
He said, the empanadas may be the secret to this. I don't know. They just seem.
Listen, you want to get a thing like empanadas or the bamboo? All right.
I can go for it.
I like empanadas, so I'm down with that.
The outfield they put out on Saturday. It was a Saturday with Stubbs and left field.
That's a joke.
Stubbs, Reyes, and Garcia was your outfield.
That's not a serious team.
Come on.
What do we do? First career start in left field. What are we doing?
Corner outfielder.
Just play ours. Just play us.
Yeah, like that's Donnie Baseball saying,
Dave.
yo, big guy, yo, yachtsman.
Yeah.
This is the roster you got, and you already got rid of Topper. How about that?
Yeah. They seem a little looser.
The key will be tonight because Noah's pitching.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Corey had to.
Stowers, Marseille. I don't want to see any of the lefties go nuts.
Yeah, this could be one of the worst contracts in baseball.
You're doing a show tomorrow?
Yeah, we had to shuffle some things, so we're doing it tomorrow.
Better. You're better
fresh
off
off
doing
a
it.
Nola reaction.
I like it. I like
my
it.
knees are about to break.
All right, go for it, Rock. Go for it. Hey, let's just go back in the day, and then we'll get some nugs on the other side. And, a lot of other things. Coach Lynam will join us during the Love Philly Hour.
What's Coach's famous thing? Can't coach size or teach size or.
Can he teach that? Chas. He's the greatest.
We're going back.
Big guys beat up little guys.
We're going back.
That was Chip Kelly.
We're going back in the day.
It's only Dean Martin.
With Trumar.
Oh,
Yeah. What we got?
Let's go back to the last time we did it, 1982. There's Doc jamming. finishing out the Celtics.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I was going around. I was like, oh, man, that's a good
Strangler.
picture.
That was the
Yeah.
Strangler.
Is that Chris Ford he's jamming on right
Yes.
there? 42.
Chris Ford.
Danny Ainge.
Chris Ford.
Look
Look at
here's a
that.
coach temp.
There's
bro.
Parrish. That's Parrish right there.
Yeah.
Rob
Chief.
Chief. All right. Love Philly Hour coming up next. Here we go. Stay right here, baby.
Don't you?
We're staying right
don't
here,
you go
right?
nowhere.
Jules? We're not going anywhere. Beautiful. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. It's not just the title of Philly, it's a feeling. It's a heartbeat. A city that never asked for permission to be itself. That's us, right? That's our personality. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. And now in 2026, the world comes back to Philadelphia. Not just to remember, but to celebrate. The show isn't just about what's happening. It's about who we are while it's happening. Because Philadelphia isn't a backdrop. It's a character. It's the voice that tells it like it is. The guy at the end of the bar who doesn't sugarcoat a thing. It's the family that's been on the same block for generations. It's the artist, the athlete, the builder, the believer. It's the lifer, the dreamers, the grinders. It's all of us. And that's what Love Philly's about. We're going to sit with people that make this place go. The ones who built it, the ones carrying it, the ones pushing it forward. The legends who left their mark. Not just the championships, not just the headlines, but the moments in between. The way the city shows up for itself, the way it refuses to be anything other than real. And through it all, we're going to remind ourselves and show the world what Philadelphia is. It's not just a stereotype. It's not a punchline. It's a foundation. It's a force. It's a city that gave birth to a nation and never stopped building. So as the country turns 250 and the spotlight finds Philadelphia again, this is our moment to tell the story the right way. Not polished, not filtered, real, authentic, proud, because this city just doesn't rise to the occasion. It defines it. This is Love Philly. Thank you, Wawa. Of course, can't have a Love Philly hour without Wawa. Goes perfect together. Thank you, Wawa. Great job on that thing. Every time I watch it, it's awesome.
Thanks, man.
We're a good team there.
We work okay together. Super chat from Flyers Forever, 31 for $4.99. Sixers Sam Hinkie tweet. Did he tweet this out? Dulcius ex asperis. Sweetness after difficulty. Did he tweet that?
I saw that from someone. I didn't know that was Hinkie, though.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I saw the Dutton, the meme that he sent. I don't remember the Latin quote. Maybe that was part of it.
That is Latin?
Yes.
Dulcius ex asperis.
Yeah, that's great. That's cool. Very, very cool. All right. Once again, we go at it tonight. This is a very, once more stressful evening. How will you approach tonight? This time, Flyers are the first game. The Flyers are at 7, probably by the time they drop the puck, 7:09.
Yes.
And then the Sixers are at 8. When they tip it off, it'll be 8:11.
So the question is, what are you doing volume-wise, I guess?
Yeah, obviously it's an easy. You got an hour. The other night was worse. It was 7:30. So
But it's going to be...
You got a better buffer.
So it's hard. At home, you have your own preference between the two. Out, it's going to be difficult to start off with the Flyers volume on, and then I think you got to switch to the Sixers volume. I don't know. I think Sixers-Knicks game 1, I want to hear that volume.
Well, wait a second. You're going to start off with the Flyers.
Yes. But once you're into the game, it's like if you're a bar owner, you're into the game, the Flyers are on, you got the volume on, you're just going to cut the volume off of leave the Flyers on, but then cut to the volume of the Sixers. It's like a weird transition.
What were you saying? Like, don't have the Flyers volume up?
You got to pick one game to have your volume up.
Yeah, but the Sixers start second.
I know, but once the Sixers start, then you switch over?
I think it's easy. I think it's if the Flyers are winning or it's tied, you got to stay with Flyers. And then at some point you transition or not transition.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty geeked up.
If the Flyers are up 2-0, what, you're gonna turn them off?
I might.
Really?
Not turn them off. I switched to the volume of the
No,
Sixers.
but you're gonna change the mojo.
I know, but Sixers, Knicks. I don't know, man.
I think you got to stay. And listen, if it's 2-0 Carolina, it's an easy call.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that. I think the Bulls will be better.
I mean, listen, the beauty is by the time the Sixers start, you'll tip will happen. There'll be first period. It's the toughest the first period. When the first period ends.
Yes.
What time will it be? Then you can go to Sixers pregame.
Joe 76 is like volume on whoever is winning at the time, but the Sixers aren't winning; they're just starting. That tweet was he tweeted it. Flyers Forever tweeted that to you.
Oh, I love that tweet.
Yeah.
Yes, that was I remember the tweet.
All right.
Yes, I remember that tweet. That was a great tweet. I remember hearting it.
What is going on?
I loved it. They're just don't
Two
pay
guys
attention.
moving furniture.
Yeah, they're doing boxes. Yeah, Bro and Ben are messing with boxes.
You can't move furniture with open-toed shoes. Jesus.
Well, he's got the
That took a
flops.
lot to get out.
He's got the thongs. He goes thongs.
No.
He's a thong.
Well, 276 also says NBA commentary is not even needed half the time. Pretty simple sport.
I would agree. Because here's why, too. You can then...
I want to hear the Garden.
I get it. Like, to me, second half.
You go first half Flyers volume.
Second half
Sixers volume.
Like, second half Sixer volume. Certainly fourth quarter. Right? Like, then you get the stretch. What's this game on tonight?
So I got local pub drama with tonight's game, too.
What do you mean local pub drama?
Well, I mean, the pub I usually go to has normally Quizzo on Mondays.
Wow.
They canceled Quizzo last week, but they didn't get a big crowd for the games. So then they put it out on social media like, hey, should we do Quizzo tonight or volume with the games? I think it's a no-brainer. You gotta, even if two people show up, you're a sports bar, you gotta have the volume up.
Are you nuts?
That's what I'm saying.
Are they going Quizzo?
I don't know. I haven't checked to see what the people responding, if the votes are...
Oh,
these nerds better get off the Instagram.
Oh, my God. I get it. Quizzo's fun. I get it.
Sure, when there's nothing else going on a Monday.
Jules is a Quizzo queen.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, she's a QQ. But not during the games. You can't do Quizzo during the
So they're
games.
doing it. It's open to voting, and there's only 3 votes. Me and Bobcat have voted. You got to have the volume of the games on. No Quizzo. We're 2 of the 3 votes. So
What was the third vote?
let's do Quizzo! Double exclamation point.
No. Let me ask you a question. Not to be a troglodyte.
Yeah.
Or a
What's that face for, Jules? This is someone who hates technology. Is that what it is?
No, it's more of a a caveman, right? Kind of like that, but it's more of a caveman. But you could be a Philistine, right?
Yeah.
Have no taste.
From the Greek term for hole dweller.
Right? Yeah, like not to be a troglodyte. Or but what was it a female who said that? Curious. It sounds like
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's with the exclamation. Let's do Quizzo. Not to be mean, Jules. Now is that being sexist by even asking the question?
Was it a female? I mean,
Because
maybe
it
to
had
some
a
people,
female ring to it.
yeah, not to me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's plenty. Great. I love our female sports fans, but that pro Quizzo thing.
Bobcat came in strong. Love Quizzo, but it's annoying during the games. Playoffs should always take precedent.
Bobcat, I got to vote Bobcat.
I mean, I was like, I love Quizzo, but bleep the Knicks 10-9-8. You gotta go.
No, you can't. This Quizzo thing, come on, stop. Like, what would you say, Jules?
I mean, they had the game last Thursday. Was my music Quizzo, and they had both games on, the Sixers and the Phillies, and it was like so distracting. Like I wasn't really playing. I was like kind of checked out of it, so it's no point. But people were there, but like
they'll try and time it during commercial breaks.
You can't do it.
Can't do it.
Listen, we're a sports town.
Yes.
All right. The Quizzo's great. It can wait.
I agree.
Like after the games, when there's no games. Listen, you know what you want to have. If it's Phillies, you could play Quizzo.
Of course.
There's a million Phillies games.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking playoffs. Like, would you do Phillies? Could you imagine Jules during the Phillies playoffs? She would go bananas. Like, you can't do that.
I would request they canceled it because I wouldn't want to be.
Right.
Right, you can't do that.
No.
No Quizzo during NFL.
Oh, that's because they'll do it on Monday Night Football. They do it, and between plays, they'll ask a question.
No. Yeah, no.
Yes.
How long is the Quizzo? Like 10 hours? Like
No, they get through it. But, I mean, it's
No.
they do it every time. But
Yo, dude, football sacred. No Quizzo during football. That's for Tuesday night, Wednesday night.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Not Monday or Thursday. Leave the football alone.
I'm with you.
All right.
Yeah.
me too.
Good man.
I'll let you know what happens tonight.
Yeah, that's bad. I mean, this is amazing. We got game 1 at the Garden.
Also, we talked about the celebrities. Here's a question. Local person, super talented, sitting courtside, Tina Fey, at the Garden, with her buddy Tracy Morgan, but with like a Knicks rally flag towel.
Oh, violation.
Right?
Oh, Stoner.
Can't go with the towel.
Here's the thing. I got one thing for all these people. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Cooper, I love Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But if you go Knicks, you're dead.
Like you can go to the game.
No, I don't want you to go Eagles. You go Knicks, you can't go Eagles.
Oh, man.
All right? Like, this is the 4-for-4 oath. 4-for-4 blood.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Fey, you go Knicks tonight, you're barred from Eagles.
I don't know. I think she'll
I
go.
don't care. Coop, same thing. You could shit in Jeffrey Lurie's box, the whole thing, but I don't want to hear you are EAGLES.
Could someone make the case that, well, I went there and I was waving a Knicks rally towel because it wasn't a Philly team. When it comes to Philly, I'm all in. But I don't think you can wave a Knicks towel or a Celtics towel or a Steelers or a Cowboys towel.
No, you're out. But listen, now tonight's the true test.
Mm-hmm.
You're the true test. All these celebrities, I don't want to hear nothing. All right? I don't want to hear like, oh, well, I like the Knicks, I like the Sixers, I like the teams.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're out. Out, disowned. Don't come back here. Don't give me Delco. Don't give me whatever. Like, you're out. I don't want to hear. If you're a Philadelphia celebrity and you're not all in on Sixers in New York, you're done.
I think if
don't come back here.
What do you think? I think if you're a celebrity up there and you're from Philly and you're going to a game,
it's your duty.
It's a duty to wear gear.
Yes.
You have to show the
Six. If you come in benign, you're out.
Yes.
I don't want to hear Eagles.
You need a hat or a
shirt
or something.
You know what? Half of these Fugazis, they come in on the Eagles, right? Because it's cool. Like, were they doing that years ago? No.
Of course not.
They weren't.
Of course not.
They weren't doing that. They weren't all like, oh, the Eagles are
they're
cool.
the standard now.
Right. Right. They're all, I don't want to hear bandwagoners. Out on that celebrity nonsense. Out. All right. Let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. Coach Lynam.
Ooh, love Coach.
And Charles being Charles. Yeah. Maxey was terrific. He's the greatest. Like, that's in Philadelphia, that man. All right. I was with D. Lynam for Parks, and I was doing her father to her.
Oh,
She
yeah?
goes, that's good. Like, you're right there. You got him. I felt good that I was doing,
Yes.
All right. Let's take care of some business. Let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. The Brain said it. The Sixers are 7.5 dogs. Brain goes, huge bet.
Makes no sense, he said.
He's all in on the Sixers tonight.
Yep.
Well, did you do the parlay?
Yeah.
The Sixers, Flyers, Phillies parlay.
16-1.
There you go. How about
it? 18-1.
18-1?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Philly parlay tonight, all money line.
The Philly parlay, 18-1.
Yeah, $10. Give you $1.80.
I
That's
like
a nice dinner.
Yes. Here you go. Perfect. Check out the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. They have everything, right? All the casino games, you name it. New customers get up to $1,000 casino bonus back, plus 250 spins on the hot slot games. Sweeties, collect them. BetParks.com is all the details. Got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, let's talk about Xfinity. Now, thank God I got Xfinity, all right? Because I hate these schedule makers. And if you're torn between the games tonight, you don't have to fear. No. because Xfinity members have the ultimate Philly special multi-view. Yep. We got the Sixers game 1 against the Knicks, and we got Flyers game 2 against Carolina. All on one screen. And Phillies, if you want that. All your teams, all in one place, finally made easy. Just say this. This is what I did. Say multi-view into your Xfinity remote control tonight. You catch all the action. I do it. I go, Dad, give me the remote. Multi-view. One screen, every team, all your Philadelphia sports, all in one place with Xfinity multi-view. Perfect.
Simple.
Simple. Let me know when we get the coach there, Jules. I said, give me that remote. So Moscow tries to come down.
Oh, yeah.
Moscow every once in a while wants to try to steal the remote.
Oh.
Mom, give it. Oh, I need it. Now, on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, a treasure, a true Philadelphian. And if we're doing Love Philly Hour, we got to have the coach.
Yes, we do.
The great
Love him.
Jimmy Lynam. There he is. You're muted, pal. Just unmute that one, pal. There you go.
I think I just unmuted.
There he is. What do you say, my man? The greatest.
What's up, gentlemen?
You're the greatest. You know, I felt good. I was with D at Parks during the tournament, right? And I was doing you. You know, yeah, Maxey, yeah. You know, like this. Because you're the greatest, right? And she's like, you know, that's good. That's really good. And I felt proud because I had my main man, the coach. You're the greatest, pal. You ready for tonight?
Yeah, I'm looking forward. It should be, I think, a great series. This team obviously is playing incredibly well right now. And, you know, this is what we hope for, that sometime in May, if these guys were all healthy, they'd have an opportunity to show what they can do.
So before we talk about tonight in the matchups, let's go back. I got to revel in beating Boston, right? Like, God, all those years of losing to them, all those losses, it felt great, Coach. It felt great to beat them.
Well, it was no easy task, Anthony, as you know. The Celtics are, you know, a very good, really good team with Tatum, and they one of the best all year long without him. So I think what the Sixers did, obviously they got healthy and Embiid came back. And I thought their defense was like really something we haven't seen, you know, in a long time. And I'm mean years when I said that. You know, I don't know that they've played defense this effectively, especially when it counted. I think you have to give this team credit that they were incredibly resilient. I mean, they got their doors blown off twice in the series.
Yeah.
You know, but they were able to put that aside. You know, for whatever reason, we played poorly twice, and they owned it. And when it counted, I mean, they were really, really good. And they are good. They were a good team, plain and simple.
What did you see from – because I liked Nurse's adjustments in that, you know, they weren't blitzing and trying to chase the basketball, right? Like, they were going over the screens. They were really tough. They kind of eliminated that. And they had a lot of contests. They were able to contest a lot of those shots.
Yeah, I think they did two things. If you look at the numbers, Boston only made a third of their threes, 33% for the series. You know, that's really terrific defense. You know, in this league, you know, even though the teams that aren't real good teams are going to shoot better than that. And I think that wasn't by coincidence. If you play 7 games, the numbers tend to even out. That was because the Sixers played such, you know, effective, aggressive defense. And I think Embiid was a part of that without question, because you saw him when he had to move lateral. I've not seen him do that in 2 years, maybe more. He didn't block a ton of shots. But what he did with the pick and roll play now, it's to have a presence in the lane, that's important. But to be able to kind of contain a driver, whether you actually switch onto the ball or whether you're going to try to just contain the ball for a second or two. But you saw Embiid many times. He's picking up Jaylen Brown or Tatum, and he's literally sliding with them and keeping them basically in front so they don't have, an easy path to the basket to lay it up. So I thought they did a great job of that. And then the second thing they did, they started limiting Boston's second shooting opportunities. And that's one of the things that Boston does extremely well. I think my alarm's going off here. They're very, very adept at getting shots. And because they shoot so many, it's a really big deal.
It was good to see Joel. He looks different. Forget about playing and physically and the whole thing, but all season he's had a wonderful attitude. He not been kind of mopey or anything like that. He's really been. I think he's playing with joy. I don't know if that's because of Tyrese and VJ, if it's because he came so close to this being the end. But I just love I love his approach. He seems playing with very uplifting.
Yeah, I would agree. And I, kind of put aside with the euphoria of winning, I think we kind of forget. Amy Fadul said it the other night. I mean, this guy's 3 weeks removed from having an organ taken out of his body, is how she said it. Let's not dismiss that. To your point, I think there is something along that line. I think he feels fortunate that he's able to play. I said this the other night on air. I was in a situation with Joel, totally accidental, and I was part of a conversation. Actually, I was watching a St. Joe practice with him. Not this season. It was the end of last year. And the coach, Billy Lang, came out after the practice, and we're just chatting. He and Billy have a good relationship. And I was more spectator than, really a part of it, because as I said, the practice finished, and maybe I watched a half hour of it with Joel. And in the course of this brief conversation, I don't know how it came up, but the topic of Joe's health at the end of the season. And, he was low key, say for the previous 10 minutes. And when that came up, he got real animated, and he got his finger almost in Billy's face. He said, "Bill, you know this." And he turned to me. He said, "You do too, Coach." He said, "I have never," and I mean, he said never, and he repeated it, "been healthy at the end of a season, ever." That's how he said it. And he said, even when I was back in college at Kansas, I wasn't healthy at the end of the season. And my point is, I think he's right. And I don't think he's right. I know he's right. The guy has never been. Has he played in the postseason? Yeah, he's played. But whether it was a fractured orbit that was totally not his forward. I mean, setting a pick and a guy with a ball dribbles into his eye and cracks his oar. Come on, man.
Twice.
So you have to say he's had some ill luck.
Yes.
Appendectomy. So I think now it's a fair statement to say that this is the healthiest he's ever been in a postseason. Oh, and guess what? Look at the way he's playing.
That's a great story. It really is. Because you can see, oh, man, I've never been, that got to wear on you all these years. The bad luck all the time. And you know what I love, too? At the end of that game, he went to the corner and he allowed Maxey to close it. He said, "Go ahead, Tyrese. Nobody staying in front of you. Close it. Take us home."
Yeah, a good point. Because players of that ilk, who are even if they're still, and I'm not suggesting that Joe is not still capable, but even if they aren't, they won't accept that. They think they are, and they'll die trying. But you're right. He's a very bright guy. I've always felt he has a great feel for this game, and he knows that Maxey was the most capable guy on the court to take the mission underhand, and you saw the results. And I think that for me, I'm going to take that. opportunity, you bringing it up, to say that's one of the reasons that Maxey's one of the top guys in this league. He's a great closer. There are a lot of great players who aren't great closers. Give Maxey the ball at the end of the game. Number one, he relishes the opportunity. And number two, he knows how to get it done. And that's a true gift.
You know what's amazing about him is that it could be minute 41 or minute 48, and he still has the same quickness. He still has he's got all that. He's amazing in that he's an energizer bunny that just doesn't get tired, doesn't lose it. He goes by you. It's minute 47 and he's going by you.
Yeah, another quality, like a lot of those special guys, that they have what I call is they have a lot of parts to their act, and you just, grab the one that Maxey has. He seemingly never gets fatigued. But I think it's a guy, the reason would be that, number one, he's blessed. But number two, he's, such like a hard-working guy in the off season. This guy he's committed to being a great player, and that it doesn't happen by accident. The guys who get to that level, they work incredibly hard to number one, get there, and number two, stay there.
What'd you think of VJ? I mean, that kid, like, it's stunning how polished his game is, right? Like, his mentality, it's really uncanny. For a kid that came into the game late, it's a rookie, I mean, he's refined. He does all the right things. He knows he needs a board. He helps out on the glass. He'll take his man off the dribble and flush it. He'll hit an open three. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Mark Jackson says it all the time that the number of like really good basketball things that he does for a young fella, and I think you have to start with he does have incredible athleticism. He's a good sized guy, but like when you see him in the open court, I mean, he's as gifted as you can name the guys that you want to put in that category. I mean, this guy, he just does stuff when he's out there by himself, maybe going against one defender or somebody chasing him, that you just don't see too often. But when you combine that, I think his attitude, wholesome is the word that I use, and I know from whence it comes. That I enjoy watching the draft in both football and basketball. His draft night with his mother was one of the more memorable things, I mean, literally, that I've ever seen. I was touched like beyond belief by the humility of he and his mom. And somehow it carries over. You hear him say constantly, he loves this game, and you can tell he just relishes the opportunity to play it as a result of his background.
He does. You mentioned the draft. Like, that was awesome with his mother. And I still remember Tyrese's draft with his father. And he was I thought that was one of the most beautiful draft moments ever, was Maxey and his father.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't say I remember that one. Yeah. I probably didn't see it, to be frank.
Yeah, he was upset. It was like he was so happy. He was crying. He was struggling. His father was like rubbing his back. It was beautiful, man. Like, I love that stuff. But I'm like you. I'm a sucker for that. I love it.
Well, these guys dream of this, Anthony, as you know. I mean, come on. There's 300 people on the planet in this league, and these young guys, they dream of that opportunity their whole lives, and they work and put in the time and the effort, and with no guarantee. So once that moment arrives, then it looks like, well, you know what, we just cleared the first hurdle. I mean, it's like the dam bursting right over your head.
So if you're in the huddle or you're halftime, and VJ says to you, "I want white," like, all right, like, what are you saying to him?
Yeah, that probably was maybe the biggest factor in the game, you have to say, the way White played the first half. Somebody had to step up for Boston if they were going to get it done in Tatum's absence. And White, who's really not had a great season and has not had a good playoff. I call that a guy jumping out of the box. Well, he did in the first half. He did what Pritchard did back in that game when the Sixers got their doors blown off. Pritchard ended that game literally in that one quarter of basketball. He was so good. And you're right that White was on the verge of doing that if he could duplicate in the second half what he did in the first. But no, VJ made sure that didn't happen. I think he had 19, I'm going to guess, in the first half. He was like 1 for 7 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Like 2 for 7 in the fourth quarter. So he had, after 19 points in the first half, because of VJ's defense, he only has 3 field goals on maybe 13 or 14 shots in the second half.
What'd you think of PG? He had a terrific series. Every time he was left open, he was banging home threes. Real good.
I think his whole series since he has come back from the injury, he's I hate to like exaggerate, but he's been like, when you watch him, he's been close to the old PG. He might not be as athletic as he used to be, but he's playing every bit as effectively. And he's with Joe here now. If you just look at these last games when the Sixers have been successful with Embiid, he's what you brought him here for. I'm not trying to be cute with the phrase, but they're a big three. They're for him as the third wheel. I mean, picture the third best player. This guy gets points. This guy gets rebounds. This guy gets assists. This guy defends. And there's no shot too big for him, so you can count on him late game. Some people forget how good he was. I mean, he was a top 10 player in the NBA before that catastrophic injury way back with the Olympic team. So this team, it's Anthony. This is kind of what we said. This should be real interesting if come May. I don't know how many times I said it. These 3 guys are together and healthy. I said, I'll tell you this: if I were out there, I wouldn't relish looking them in the eye and have to beat them 4 times.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned
just played out.
Coach, you mentioned the defense and Paul George. I saw this stat. Paul George defended Tatum or Brown on 249 possessions.
Wow.
He allowed 58 points, 249 possessions, 58 points, and he forced 10 turnovers. Unreal. He just had a phenomenal defensive series.
Yeah, well, Mark Jackson, I have to go back to a thing that he has said all year long. He loves the length, the athleticism, and the defensive abilities of these wings. You take Oubre and VJ and Paul George. You have whichever 2 of those 3 you're talking about, Garden, the Tatums of the world. You have 2 really, really good defenders. And Paul George is an excellent example of that.
We were talking earlier, we had mentioned Embiid mentally. I mean, physically he's healthy, but mentally he looks way better than he has in past years. He's more of an aggressor.
Yeah.
You look like you saying he's having fun. Do you notice that as well?
Yeah, my phrase is he has a bit more hop to his step, but I think that for an obvious reason, he's healthier than he's been. And I think because of the circumstances of this late season issue with appendicitis, I think he's kind of embellished. He knows that he's very fortunate just to be in this position. I think the reality of that, has hit him. He knows he's not getting any younger. You can't do this forever. Certainly not at the level that he's done it. And yeah, I think it's all, as a friend of mine likes to say, it's another piece of the puzzle, his appreciation for look where I am at this point in time, and I can still do it. I think he's obviously, if there was a doubt, and I think a lot of times after some kind of this wasn't an injury this time, it was a medical situation. He was able to convince himself in a very short period of time. Now I can do this.
So that brings us to tonight and the Knicks. Wow, what's the matchups? Give us how do you see it? How do you see this? The most important stuff. How do you kind of see it playing out?
Well, I think the Knicks, not unlike the Sixers. I mean, the Sixer team that you're watching right now, and I think that's the reason they actually won the series, is because they're a team. They have a lot of good components that are contributing, and I think that's to answer your question. I think that's who the Knicks are. I think Brunson's the key. I think he's a terrific player. He's one of the top point guards in the league. But when they go a little sideways, maybe they rely too much on Brunson. And I think what they've done, and I don't know this, but I think Towns has bought into it. He doesn't have to be a 30-point scorer. So all of a sudden you're seeing other facets of his, and tell you the truth, some things I'm a little bit surprised by. He's buying into the program. And if Brunson's going, and Brunson's the kind of guy, for him to be as effective as he is, he has to dominate the ball a bit.
Yeah.
And I think Towns he's comfortable with that. He's bought in. So you're playing a Knick team that Brunson and Towns, they're the two stars, but they have a lot, as very good complementary players. And
Well,
I think it's the series to me, like Coach Ramsey, my old guru, had a phrase, and he used to say it to the team every once in a while. Because people don't know, because he was pretty demonstrative on the sideline, but he was a low-key guy. And every once in a while, to get the players' attention, like with a big game or whatever, he would say, now let's remember one thing. The team that wins most nights, and it pause, is the team that plays the best. And all the players would be like, oh, what a revelation. Yeah, coach, yeah. Okay, well, guess what? That's who just won the first series, the Celtics series. That's who will win the next series. Forget all the things about matchups and adjustments. You ready? The team that plays the best in this series will win the series.
Oh, it's genius. I love it. Yeah, it's funny because I do think the Sixers are equipped because you could throw VJ at Brunson. You could throw George at Brunson. I wouldn't be surprised if Oubre at times. Like, you kind of mix things up. Like, so you got a lot of guys to throw at him defensively. It's funny. We had a buddy of mine from New York, Frank Isola, on, and he's like, listen, the Knicks are kind of built to beat Boston, right? To play that kind of style, to beat Boston. And the Sixers are a different animal. They're a different beast.
Well, they are. I mean, right off the bat, Embiid makes them a different beast. And, Mitchell Robinson is certainly a good defender, a big, guy that patrols, the basket area. And, that'll be a challenge. I think you have to say that he's more adept at that role than anybody that Boston had. And I like Kate a lot.
Yeah.
He's, a very young, inexperienced guy. But no, the Sixers are a different beast. But if you have aspirations of being good enough to go, let's say, to the NBA Finals, that's what you have to be able to do. You have to be able to handle, the different guy that comes down the street.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. You got a board, Coach, right? Like, if they're going to go Mitchell Robinson and Cat, and you got Hart, who's a beast on the glass. That's the one thing that this team hadn't done during the year. They got to rebound.
Yeah, they've not been a good rebounding team. They know that, but they were able to adjust their game, and they knew the import of being able to limit Boston's second shots. And you're right. I think, real simply, when the Sixers lost to the Knicks in the playoffs, what was it, 2 years ago? That was the reason. And Hart was the head of that snake. I mean, that Brunson is the key player and the best player, yes. But in that series, they lost because they couldn't keep the Knicks from getting second shots. And the reason, in terms of Knicks players, was Hart. I mean, he was all over the place. And he's very adept at that. That's his shtick. So they know that, and they'll have to be ready to combat it.
So what's your schedule? Like, how are you going to, what are you going to be doing now? Pre and post?
Yeah, we do. The games start tonight. I think they're every other. I know they're every other day this week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
So normal schedule, right?
Yeah, the games obviously are on national TV, but we'll do pre and post game.
Yeah, which is must see TV. You and Mark, you guys are great. You guys just kill it. I just love
throw Amy in there because
I love Amy. Amy is a pro, man. She knows her.
She's a pro.
She knows ball. She's great.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
She's as good as it gets.
Yep. You guys are awesome. Coach, I love you. You're the best, man. I got to get a cold one. All right, this summer I got to come see you.
All right, buddy. It's good seeing you again.
See you, pal. The greatest, Coach Jimmy Lynam.
Even got a good buddy. All right, buddy.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
I can hear like that Philadelphia. That's Philadelphia in a nutshell. His accent.
Yeah.
You know.
As soon as you hear it.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Like I've heard that 100
right.
million times in my life. You know.
All right, buddy.
It's great. All right, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take care of some business, shall we?
Spring is here, and that also means pest season is right around the corner. Ants, spiders, bees, and other unwanted pests, they become way more active this time of year, making now the perfect time to protect your home. That's why our friends at Evans Pest Control are running a spring sales event for new customers. If you're new to Evans Pest Control, you get 5% off general pest control services when you book your first treatment. All you have to do is use the promo code SPRING5 when you schedule your service. This offer runs through May 31st, and it applies to standard general pest control treatments designed to keep your home protected from seasonal pests. Just mention or enter the code SPRING5 when booking your service to receive 5% off your service. It's a great time to get ahead of the pest problems before they start. So if you're looking for reliable pest protection this spring, who isn't? Reach out to Evans Pest Control. Schedule your service and use the code SPRING5 to save 5% during their spring sales event. Learn more at evanspestmgmt.com. Let's talk about Ace Hardware Home Services. They're so important this time of year. Heat and humidity sneaking in. The AC might not be cranking like it should. And the temperatures are changing. It's getting warmer, so don't worry. If you got issues, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got you covered. From AC repairs to water heaters, plumbing, electrical, they're trusted pros that bring the same helpful service you know from the Ace stores right to your home, right to your front door, from Philly to the Jersey Shore. And it's important. They got the right people. They bring the right tools, the right know-how. They got everything you need. So whether it's a quick fix or a big summer project, they've got all the tools. They've got the know-how. Then the people to get the job done right. You see their trucks all around town. All your neighbors are using them. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful to your home. It's that helpful you love from the store right to your home. So visit acehardwarehomeservices.com today to get started on your next home repair project.
All right, welcome back. Ace.
Ray from Philly, he's saving us. It's can't teach tall. That's what Jimmy Lynam said when they drafted Sean
Bradley. Yes. Can't teach tall. Yeah, it's awesome. That's great. That's great. How would feel? How's the chat feeling?
I think they feel pretty good, man. So, I was digging around in Knicks Reddit thread. They're so fired up that they're trying to restrict ticket sales. And I guess there was a pre-sale yesterday. They're all sharing the codes. Hurry up, pre-sale. Here's the code. Here's the code. But now they're complaining. They think there's a conspiracy with Amtrak. Someone posted a cost of a ticket price to Amtrak, and it's like $102. And this is what they're doing. Anything to keep us out of their building is pathetic. And it's because of 100. That's what Amtrak is last minute. It's $100 each way. If you book in advance, it's like $15. But day before, day of, it's like $100 up each way. They know they got you.
It's never been $15. What are you talking about?
No, you can. If you book like 2-3 weeks in advance, you can get up there
from 30th Street Station.
Yeah, for like $18, $15. Like you just got to.
No, I should do it all the time.
Well, I don't know about when you used to do it, but I mean, I'll look it up now. But I know as of last year, whenever I go up to New York, I just book it in advance.
I was up there. I lived at 30th Street Station. Like when I was working in Manhattan, I lived up there.
Yeah,
and even recently, like 5 years ago, I had to do a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah.
And it was, but you take the train. It's always it's a hundo. It's a hunch.
Yeah, they think it's a whole conspiracy.
It's a hunch. It's always been a hunch.
No.
Every once in a while you get lucky. You go off time. It's 48, 63. Yeah. But it was always a hunch. I'm gonna live in the character now. What I loved.
Here you go. Look, I'm telling you, if I book 30 days out, $10. I'm telling you.
What time are you leaving?
That was a little early in the morning, but here I go. I go 7 o'clock in the morning, $25.
$25?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you. If you plan it out in advance, they're reasonable. It's just the last minute they crush it.
Yeah, well, all right. I love Joel's whole thing about make sure we protect the house.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
In fact, you know who protected the house? TV Todd. When TV Todd heard Joel say protect the house, he went and bought 2 tickets.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, nice work.
TV Todd, my man, right? Like, that's what you do.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take a look. Did you not love Joel's press conference?
Yeah.
I wanted to play something.
I just love that he got the sunglasses on.
But I want to relive this a little bit.
Okay.
He got me fired up. Let's go to a little Joel's press conference. We'll come back, and then I want to do some nugs.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, I know that winning a first-round series is not the primary goal for you, but given the history of you against Boston and wanting to get over that hump against them, given what you've been through physically in the last month and in the last couple of years, how much does this mean to you? What was able to transpire over these last 3 games and here tonight?
Just locking in. Obviously, I played these guys for a while now, so you kind of have you know what they're doing. They kind of know what we do. So obviously coming back down 3-1 is tough. You know, I understand it because we just did it. And then obviously missing 3 of those games and really, you know, 4 because, you know, the first game was kind of, you know, just me getting back to myself. It's tough, but, you know, it feels good to win. Obviously, we got a bigger goal in mind, but finally being this guy, you know, feel pretty good.
Joel, what's the ambiance of this like that? Of this like for you, you know, just to finally beat Boston, finally get past them, and you know, obviously looking forward to the Knicks.
Man, what time is it? I mean, I had until midnight to celebrate it, so it's past midnight, so it's over with. Felt good. Only the first round, 1 down, 1 series down. Got more, you know, to go. You know, now the focus is on New York. You know, seeing what they do best. Really good freaking team, so we just gotta go out. Especially in the Garden. The Garden is gonna be fun, so that's exciting.
Joe, you said that your mind was telling your body that it was amazing. There was some limping around tonight and all that stuff. How did your body feel as the series progressed? Did it get better, stronger, maybe a little worse? Where was it?
I feel great. I feel amazing. Yeah, I was faking it.
I wanted to ask about your arrival fit tonight. There's a viral meme that it's being compared to of LeBron when he was trying to come back from down 3-1. Any inspo there?
No, I mean, I always wear, you know, these earphones anyways. I guess it just happened to be a coincidence. I guess I saw I got shown the pictures. You know, I know I don't always wear shades, but I felt like, you know, he would be good, you know, to come out in Boston and beat them. So wanted to dress all black. I think it was just a coincidence. But yeah, I mean, if you want to compare that to what he did, that was amazing what he did. But I think it was just a coincidence, allegedly.
Joe, VJ, as a rookie, just being able to, in his first game 7, he put up 23 points. And Nick Nurse was talking about how he wanted to pick up Derek White second half.
Yep.
Just how impressive is it to see him in a situation like this one produce the way he did tonight?
Man, VJ is great. Doesn't always get the ball, especially when everybody's available, but he's always willing to do whatever it takes to win. I mean, it was big for us tonight, especially starting the game. You know, I've been on him about shooting the ball, having that confidence. Tonight he had that, and then obviously defensively, Derek White, how they go in the first half, and you know, taking on that challenge of not scoring, understanding that that's the guy that has it going and wanting the challenge. I mean, that's know he's a rookie, but his mind is so much ahead than what he is.
Joe, we've seen a lot of years where if it was all on you, especially down the stretch, you took a lot of heat sometimes if you fell short of that. But what's it mean? You have a guy like Tyrese who can get those big buckets in traffic when you really need them, and Paul who can knock down the threes when you need them, and even VJ, the team around you right now.
I mean, it's huge. Obviously, over the years, there's no shades towards anybody that has played in this organization, and I've always taken the blame for everything that's happened, situation that we're in. Sometimes I've been in those positions where I've come up short, and that's fine. But to be in a position where you can relax 1 or 2 possessions because you trust the guys. The step that Tyrese has taken. PG the big shots, VJ. The rebound, the big shot, it means a lot. And I've always said it, you can't win alone. So, I mean, you need a team to be able to win, and everybody doing their job. I think the way we're playing right now, we're such insane, offensively, defensively. I think guys understand what they have to do, and that's beautiful to see. And that's what I've always wanted: playing winning basketball, sharing the ball, defensively, everybody being locked in on what they have to do, and that's how you win.
Andrew.
It's Joe. I love it. I love the happy Joe.
He looks
someplace
relieved.
engaging.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he's going to be.
Play relaxed.
Yeah.
He owns cat. He scores 30 tonight.
He's not worried about the Knicks. It's been Boston in his head. So, yeah, you just look at him. His demeanor's great. It's better than we've ever seen it. I think
he'll play well. I'm not worried about him.
I'm not really. I mean, the only thing is his health. That's it. If he's healthy.
Well, here's what worries me. What worries me is rebounding.
Yeah, they've always struggled against
depth. Like, Knicks got depth. Like,
We said that about Boston going in 0-2.
Not really. I didn't say that about Boston. I didn't think they had depth.
No?
No. This team's got depth. And I'm worried about the other guys. Like Maxey and Embiid, I'm not worried about. VJ's, just
We
like
have
you
up
say,
and down. It's not all going to be like
right.
the game.
Like PG can't go back into ghost mode.
Yeah.
And Oubre can't be stupid.
Well, I think that's.
And there you go. Because
Keys of the game.
They don't. Again, you're going to shorten your bench. You're only going to play Grimes, and really, I don't know. Like he's been hit or miss, mostly miss. One game he had against Boston.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the top end talent.
But again, those other guys are going to have to chip in.
I think Drummond will be better this series. I don't know
Yeah?
why. Yeah, I do.
I hate Drummond.
I do too, but I have a feeling he's going to have a better series against the Knicks.
Buddy. I hope so. All right. It's going to be Maxey and Joe.
Let me give you a feel for what's out here.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me do that. But let me go to some of our friends first, and then we'll come back.
All right, folks. It's Financial Literacy Month, and I've got something that's going to help you off the field. Teaching your kids how to handle money is so important. And if you're a TrueMark Credit Union member, you've got a fantastic opportunity to help your kids and teens learn to earn, save, and spend wisely with a free Greenlight account. Now, Greenlight isn't just any app. It's a game changer for your kids, whether they're setting savings goals, learning how to track their spending, or even getting their allowance. It's all right there at their fingertips. And get this, each kid gets their own debit card. That's right. They can make their own purchases, learn how to budget, and build real-world money skills while you stay in control from your phone. You get peace of mind. They get the chance to make smart, responsible choices with their money. So if you're looking for a way to teach your kids some financial plays this Financial Literacy Month, we can't recommend this enough. It's like training for life's biggest game. So head over to TrueMark.com Greenlight, get all the details and sign up today, and don't miss a chance to set your kids up for financial success. TrueMark Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA and is an equal opportunity lender, NMLS 404938. If you're a golfer in Philly and you're not part of the Gap yet, you're leaving a ton on the table. Gap, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, is your all-access pass to the best golf in the area. Their member play days get you on the top private clubs and premier golf courses you normally can't even touch. And it's all in a relaxed, fun format. No pressure, just great golf. And when you join, you get a GIN handicap, which changes everything. It levels the playing field, tracks your game over time, and makes every round actually mean something. Plus, for a low annual cost, you unlock access to events, championships, discounted tee times in the entire Gap network. It's the hub for amateur golf in the greater Philadelphia area. Getting started is pretty easy. Just visit gapgolf.org and click join or get a handicap. You can sign up for the online USGA Gap Club for just $55 and get instant access to your membership and get a handicap, or you can host your own handicap through a local public or private golf course that offers Gap. Once you're in, you're in. Events, exclusive courses, all of it. Go to gapgolf.org and get started today.
So, dude, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You're rolling town.
What?
You're rolling town. You're going to Lynam.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow afternoon, I leave. Yeah, right after the show.
What are you going to do?
I got a place. I found a place.
You're going to Denver.
These guys have been great. Hold on. It's
You got to
called,
ask our peeps out there.
it's called East Fax Tap in Denver. They have volume up, all Philly games. I asked them how this happened. Previous owner was from Reading area. I'm from Nova. Not many true Philly bars out here, so we made it one, and I ran with it. So it's just a straight-up Philly bar out in Denver. I'm going to be hanging with these folks.
I guess you get cheesesteaks. You get steaks.
There is a place called Philly Cheesesteaks. There's a few Philly bars out there.
Really?
Yeah, but these guys we're locked in, volume on, party, Philly people.
I like the
here.
fact that you checked already.
Yeah, I know where I'm going, man. I'm going to be FOMO, dude. I'm like,
I
Peggy
know.
was like, you sure you want to come? I was like, I can't. Like, I don't get a refund now on the tickets. Like, I wasn't expecting this run.
Peggy's like,
she knows what's
she
up.
knows,
Yeah,
she's
she
like-
feels bad.
Yeah.
This will get me points.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm checking out the temperatures. Yahoo Sports made predictions. Tom Haberstroh, Knicks in 7. Kelly Iko, Knicks in 7. Ben Rohrbach, Knicks in 6. Dan Titus, Knicks in 7.
All right.
New York Post, Mike Vaccaro,
Yeah.
Knicks in 7. Jared Schwartz, Knicks in 6. Zach Braziler, Knicks in 6. Nobody, Stephen Bondi, Knicks in 5.
5?
They're all basing it on Embiid can't last. Almost every one of these people, he's an injury waiting to happen. They're too brittle.
You can't make that statement going into a series. You don't know.
I know. That is basically what everyone's
He had an
relying on.
appendectomy. It's not like it was, a knee or anything else. Like he hasn't been befelled by anything other than in the playoffs, a broken face and an
Bell's
appendectomy.
palsy was in
The Bell's palsy.
It's also in the playoffs.
I mean, that's crazy. Bell's palsy, 2 broken faces, and an appendectomy.
That's one player.
Like, what are you kidding me?
One player.
It's unbelievable. It's incredible. It's just incredible.
Nuts.
I don't know. It makes no sense. He's going to last. I mean, I'm not worried about him.
I'm not worried either. I don't know. Like, I've been locked in on this team and their ebbs and flows. I think tonight's a win.
I think they win tonight. I think Flyers win. Flyers, listen, Meatkoff was a -3.
Yeah.
Stank Oven, your boy the Stank Man,
was
a +3. They clearly, Brendan Moore's got the last change. He's picking on Meatkoff.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you do. I don't know if you
Eddie
dress.
Wright.
Do you dress
You gotta tell your
Meatkoff?
boy that he's got to be buttoned up tonight.
I don't know what you do. You mean, you got to play him.
Well, you're going to play him.
Tippett's hurt. You got to play.
You need a game. You need a
Yeah.
game. You need him to show up. Meatkoff, listen, he's got to show up, and you got to play the game the right way. Right?
Come on, Michi.
But also, not just him, 11 needs to show up.
I think him more than anyone.
Yes.
Show up. Don't be a bonehead.
Yeah, I need you. We need you tonight. Let's get that win. Shock the world. Go Flyers. Go Sixers. You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Jules rules. What do you think? Let's go. Sweep.
Let's go. Bleep New York.
Bleep New York. Beat Carolina. Carolina hockey. Stop, Canes.
Right?
Come on, give me a break. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for us. Have a great day. Go Flyers. Go Sixers. Let's go.
We all silly like the mayor.